Turn this off. I think we are good to go. Audio check. Yep. Okay. Okay. Looks like we're good to go. We're starting. Welcome. Welcome. If you're in the chat, go ahead and say hello. Throw my ledger on. Welcome to this edition of Drunk Crypto. As we see, I am all by my lonesome. Happens like that sometimes, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, give me one second. Let me get everything pulled up here. 1 second. Wow. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is going to be a drunk crypto. I'll tell you that right now. Oh my gosh. So I guess technically we call this an old family recipe. This rum punch is honestly mostly rum. I don't know why I did that to myself. This is a big old tall cup too. Welcome to Drunk Crypto, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you are having a great evening. I know we're about to have a fantastic evening. If I did this right, let me just double check, make sure I did this right. I did. Oh man, I'm cool. Awesome. So let me just go back to the bar here for a second. As you see, I am co-hostless, if that's a word. Carrie Karlowicz, hello. Yes, Tom told you to come on in. Yes, Tom, great guy. Good friend of mine. Let's see here. So normally what we do here when we start our streams is we go over the Bits and Tokens website in case you have not seen it yet. So as it says, adoption starts here. We cater to the newcomers to the crypto world. If you don't really have a great grasp of crypto, or if you're just kind of looking for a community that you can kind of call home, that is what bitsandtokens.com is going to be for you. We also do cater to blockchain projects or companies that presumably should be too busy to answer, kind of the same questions over and over again. Let me just go ahead and woo. Wow. So any blockchain companies that, don't really have the time, wherewithal, or manpower to be able to man an encrypted chat to be able to chat with their customers, clients, or investors, we cater to that as well. On our homepage here, you just kind of see a couple of, the things that we do. Obviously, education is a big one. So if you don't really have a lot of information about crypto, or you're just kind of looking for somewhere to start, this is going to be a great place for you to start. We also do customer support via the My Account tab over here. I'll show you that in just a second. And then there's also full featured charts. We pull everything right from tradingview.com, but I just felt that it would be more conducive for a learning environment to keep everything right here on the one site. So My Account is actually going to make me log in. After you register for one of the accounts, you can go ahead and log in. We have multiple tiers. If you've just got a simple question and you wanted to maybe get some insight about something, we do have a day pass that's now available for only 99 cents. Pretty easy. So what you'll do is you'll mosey right on over to My Account, and lots of cool features going on over here for all the various member levels that we have. Anyone that subscribes to silver, gold, or the diamond tier will have access to this live chat feature. And then everything else that you see on the page would be available to, members of all calibers there. So right when you get in there, there's a nice little community that you can kind of check out some stuff, see what all the other members are saying. If you're having trouble buying cryptocurrency on Coinbase, which is the place that I would recommend that you use, but if you're having trouble with that, you can always go right here and buy crypto with a credit card. Visa and MasterCard are accepted. Unfortunately, American Express and Discover don't really like crypto too much. Not a whole lot we can do about that, folks. If you wanted to convert some different currencies, I can go from Bitcoin to USD, or I could even, take it out to Australian dollars, because I know we have some Australian folks that have recently joined. All different types of currencies, so I can go from, XRP, one of my faves, XLM, which is kind of catching up a little bit, any currency, and then I can kind of convert it. It'll tell you the base rate right here, and then I can put in, the amount of Bitcoin or whatever it is that I have. So if I wanted to do USD and I just wanted to see what, 250 Bitcoin would be, or if I wanted to see what 0.25 Bitcoin would be, really, really fast. You don't even have to click anything. It just does it for you. Then you got your breaking news section right here, just to kind of keep you up to date with, everything that's going on. Videos, really simple. That's our channel. Basically, it's just instead of having to go onto YouTube, you can get it all from right there. And then the kind of the coolest part is this live chat feature. And if you were to click on start chat, what it does is it rings my phone, my laptop, this tablet, that laptop, and then my other two colleagues who are actually out at a cool crypto event in Miami right now, kind of networking and rubbing elbows, or however you say it. When you need assistance, we are here for you 24/7. So someone is always there. Then you have our blog section, which is going to have the stories that we write that we think are kind of important for you. So here's a cool one that we'll talk about in a little bit. Jack Dorsey from Twitter, the guy who owns, the Twitter and Square Cash companies, is looking to give back to the Bitcoin community. So we'll talk about that in a second. You also have your charts right here. So if I wanted to pull up any specific chart, and the cool thing about this is it doesn't just work for crypto, it also works for stocks, bonds, all sorts of other commodities, etc. You can get all that right here. We also have this really nifty market cap section. So one of the cool things that I actually really like about this, let's say I know we have a lot of XYO guys watching, so if I typed in XYO, it would actually bring me right to a specific page for the XYO network token. Gives you all sorts of awesome information about it. Like I said, we try to make this literally a one-stop shop. Got a nice little chart down here, and you can bring that out to whatever time frame. This is what's happening with the XYO token in the past month. If you've been trading the XYO token and you've been kind of catching some of these ups and downs, you could have added quite a bit to your position there. Gives you a little bit of information about the coin, and this is for every single coin that's on our website. And then sometimes we get a Twitter feed there. What happened with XYO is they actually changed their Twitter handle, and so they've got to update that, and so we'll be able to see their stuff. Then we also have our wonderful shop area here where you can purchase some bits and token swag, as well as we've got a bunch of kind of XYO swag as well. The Tap That shirts, very, very popular. So popular, in fact, that we have to have them in a bunch of different colors now. And somewhere on here, we may even be able to find hoodies just in case it is cold where you're at. Let me see if I can find that. There we go. Tap That hoodie. Here is the Bits and Tokens logo right there. Bit Squad shirt if you want to support the squad. And then actually my favorite is this shirt here. That is our specific Bits and Tokens pink color there. Bitcoin accepted here. So if you want to walk around town and tell people how to pay you, you can certainly do that. So without further ado, the first thing I actually wanted to jump into is kind of a learning experience for all of us here. I like to look into the partnerships that XYO does. So apparently they've partnered with what I'm going to pronounce as Gion Network. So I know the person we routinely refer to as Garcon. He is really big into gaming, really big into virtual reality. So I know that this augmented reality partnership for XYO is going to be pretty cool for him. But if you don't know a whole lot what augmented reality is, think of like Pokemon Go if you've ever played that, or if you've heard about it. That is an augmented reality game where you can see digital stuff in the real world, and so augmented reality is actually pretty cool because you don't have to have on one of those goofy headsets like virtual reality. So let's see here. With Gion Network, individual users, business owners, managers, and pretty much anyone you can think of can create 3D purple diamond-like alternate reality Gions and drop them anywhere. Okay. Not sure what they do. So what I did was I actually pulled up the official website here. And let me just go ahead and close that. So apparently you visit different locations and you get some rewards for visiting those locations. So I think it's pretty smart that they did partner with XYO for that proof of location. That is pretty nifty. I would just like to look into whatever XYO is doing as far as partnerships, because we're very invested into both the XY, formerly Findables company, now the Persistent company. We're heavily invested into that, and we are also avid users of the Coin app. So definitely get your mind on. Bunch of XYO tokens between us all. So that's pretty nifty. I like that. I like that. So I guess if you own some sort of a business or something and you want people to visit your business, now with this partnership, they're going to be able to verify that you're actually there. Spoofing location or using an app on your phone that changes your GPS coordinates is really, really easy. And so, companies like this that want to reward people based on their immediate location do need a plugin like XYO. So I think that's really nifty. Let's see here. Just going to scroll down a bit. Oh, wow. So you can actually get cash for visiting various locations and collecting those little purple diamonds. That's nifty. That's really nifty. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and read the chat. It looks like you guys are chatting up a bit. Gary says that Tom is jelly because... Oh, 21,000 tokens. Nice. Nice. If this is your first time watching, welcome. It's usually a lot more upbeat, maybe might be a good way to say it, when I can kind of bounce things back and forth between my invisible co-host and I. But, like I said, part of the team is out there in the wild right now, kind of rubbing shoulders and doing a few things out there. So I just kind of wanted to start with this story. Really, one of the stories I'm super excited about is right there on our blog. I don't know who is calling. Looks like we have a caller calling the hotline. I'm going to go ahead and defer that to our colleagues for now. All right, Just Devitt. I came up with that. Copyright pending. All right, so a day ago, Jack Dorsey decided he was going to put out a tweet on Twitter saying that he's looking to hire up to 4 full-time crypto engineers as well as 1 designer. And he's apparently calling this his way to give back to the crypto ecosystem. So I think that's really cool. If there's any developers that are listening or might be listening, at a later date, because I know sometimes people, check in later. This might be a really great opportunity for you. So, oh, okay, I see. It was Truce that was calling in. I didn't realize it was you, bud. If you want to call back in, give me just a moment to get through this story, and then I'll definitely get you on the air because that video that you made was hilarious. I actually might show it here in a second. Really funny. So, if you don't know anything about Jack Dorsey, he is the CEO of both Twitter and Square, the company that makes Square Cash. That's a fantastic app. You can actually buy and sell Bitcoin right from that app. So if you're in America and you're ever having trouble buying or selling Bitcoin, Square Cash might be your best bet there. But reading directly from his Twitter, he is saying that Square, the parent company for Square Cash, is hiring 3 to 4 crypto engineers and 1 designer to work full-time on open source contributions to the Bitcoin/crypto ecosystem. So I'm going to stop right there for a second. What he's saying is that he's not hiring people to work on Square Cash's crypto ecosystem. He's literally specifically talking about hiring people to work on Bitcoin Core, the underlying protocol for the Bitcoin coin. Literally, because what happens right now is people are working on it as a hobby, as a project, as a passion, which is great. But he literally wants to pay somewhere between 4 to 5 people to actively work on the Bitcoin ecosystem full time, work from anywhere, report directly to him, and they're even willing to pay in Bitcoin. So that's really neat. Not looking to take advantage of the Bitcoin space or the crypto space at all. Literally looking to give back is what is kind of happening here. Jack Dorsey is also saying that one of his colleagues asked him, what's the most impactful thing, or he asked one of his colleagues, what's the most impactful thing that they can do for the Bitcoin community. Colleague said, pay people to make the broader crypto ecosystem better. And so he decided that he was just going to go ahead and just do it. Also says that this is going to be Square's first open source initiative independent of their business objectives. Like I was saying earlier, has nothing to do with them trying to further the Square ecosystem. It has everything to do with him fully believing in Bitcoin and really trying to give back to it. Jack Dorsey is also the same man that weekly buys $10,000 worth of Bitcoin regardless of price. I think it might even just be set up automatically, probably even maybe through Square Cash. So it says here, these folks will focus entirely on what's best for the crypto community and individual economic empowerment, not on Square's commercial interests. All resulting work will be open and free. Part of the reason why he said that he's going to be doing this is because, for the actual Square Cash application, a lot of what they took to create that app or to create that portion of the app where you can buy and sell Bitcoin was open source. So they used a lot of existing technologies to link that in. And so I'm assuming they've, obviously probably profited from that to some degree. And so it just makes sense that they would want to give back. And Jack Dorsey is, I guess you could think of him as a more tame version of Elon Musk. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so Truce is trying to co-host. Actually, you know what? That's not a bad idea. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the other mic. I do have to get up and do that, and I'm gonna put the phone over there to the other mic, and then Truce on your end. Like if you're watching the stream, there's gonna be a bit of a delay. I'm gonna try to work with you on that. Let's see what we can do here because this sounds like it might be a lot of fun. Give me 1 second. Once you see the BRB on the screen, go ahead and give us a call. right, so ladies and gentlemen, we do have crypto comedian Truce in the building. We're on the chat with us here. I got the mic positioned, so you guys should be able to hear him. Go ahead and say a couple things there. Nice. So yeah, we were just talking about what do you think about this this story with Jack Dorsey there? How do you feel about him giving back to the crypto community like that?
Jack Dorsey. All right. Well, I mean, I was trying to call in while you was talking about it, so I might need a little review. But I think if he's going to give back to crypto, if he's going to do anything to help, you know, further the adoption of crypto, I'm with it.
I hear that. Yeah, same here. That's my kind of thesis on that as well.
And I'm with it. So, you know, Jack Dorsey, he a big, you know, he into Bitcoin and stuff like that. He got the Lightning Network and he passing the torch. You know what I'm saying? Like we passing the drinks around. You know, hey, let him do his thing.
Right. Now that's exactly how I feel about it. For me, when I see like some of these like high profile people getting into the crypto space, it really makes me happy because for the longest time it was just, you know, like you know, me and you type people of the world, you know, not that we're not awesome, but like, you know, Jack Dorsey's built up this huge you know, multiple companies that are doing extremely well, and to see people like that really getting into it for the actual technology is awesome. I love that. I love seeing that.
Oh yeah, it's a part of adoption, you know. It's only a matter of time.
Yeah, definitely. So for anyone who
let me ask you this. Let me ask you a question real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
You think he's going to get into any altcoins, or you think he's just going to stay Bitcoin?
So from what I've seen and read, he's like a Bitcoin purist. Like he wants to just stay pretty much specifically Bitcoin. So I like that. See, my thesis on it is there's actually no other coin or token out there that is like Bitcoin, in that when it was created, you had to mine in order to earn it. Like you couldn't, there was no airdrop. It wasn't like, oh, because you own Bitcoin, you get Bitcoin Cash by, you know, giving up your private keys. It was just you had to mine. You had to be a participant in the network to get it. And it's still like that to this day. I mean, with the exception of obviously now you can buy it on exchanges. But before there were exchanges, it was just wallet-to-wallet transactions. And there's really no other coin that's like that. All these other coins are companies that are trying to make money by using blockchain. Bitcoin, you know, Satoshi Nakamoto, whoever they or that wasn't trying to make money. They were trying to empower people. And so I kind of feel like Jack Dorsey is following that. You feel the same way?
Yeah, well, the funny thing is that I'm actually Satoshi Nakamoto, so I can speak on it. No, I'm just saying. No, but, yeah, I feel the same way, man. I think there is one thing I always tell people, and I'm not a Bitcoin maximalist, but, I mean, obviously I have a lot of roots in Bitcoin. I tell people all the time, I'm like, there's one thing that Bitcoin, that nobody can ever change or compete with Bitcoin. And that's the fact that they will need a time machine, because no matter what happens, no matter what you do, how good of a coin you make, or how many changes you make, you can't change the fact that it has the longest blockchain, it's the most secure. It has the most blocks mined. You know what I'm saying? There's factors about Bitcoin that you can't change.
Right.
No matter what. Like, you have to have a time machine to try to change this, and it's just, you can't compete with that. First mover advantage as well.
Absolutely, yeah. That first strike advantage is key in you know, this kind of world here. So no, yeah, you're absolutely right about that. Well, so this is old family recipe for some rum punch. Very heavy on the rum, so this is gonna be a fun stream.
You know, I'm drinking some Hennessy.
Nice. I haven't had Henny in a while. I'm trying to stay away from that. You know, I don't want to be a hood rat no more.
Hey, well, you know what? Hey, some things about me ain't gonna never change.
I hear you. Nah, I hear you.
Go ahead, do your thing. I'm still on. Keep me online, but give me about 5 minutes. I'm gonna share your stream in a couple different Discords. We get some viewers in here. All right.
Awesome. Yeah. Cool.
I'm right here.
All right. So yeah, guys. Couple other things I wanted to do here. Let me just jump back into the bar so I can just check out the chat again real quick. And okay, nothing really too much going on in the chat there. Really not a whole lot of crazy news stories that I've seen today or this week really. A lot of political stuff is going on in the back end. I did speak with a gentleman out in Venezuela actually, and the situation over there is getting even worse. Apparently they have absolutely no faith in the petro. It's not a real thing at all. No one's using it. No one does anything with it. So that is unfortunate, for them. The Bolivar is just going down in value, but apparently the one saving grace is a lot of people over there are using Bitcoin and ETH to get, whatever little food they can. So hopefully crypto is something, especially, Bitcoin is something that's going to be, useful in trying to save them from what's going on. Another story from our blog here is going to be really important. This one's going to be a scam alert. I don't know if you... Yeah, I don't know how long some of our viewers have been watching the Bits and Tokens channel, but I used to do this one segment called Scam or Nah, where people would send in stuff they just weren't sure about, and I would kind of do an impromptu review to see if it was a scam or nah. In this case, there was this big press release that went around the web about these endothermic mining rigs, and as soon as I heard the name endothermic mining rig, like it just struck me like the wrong way. I just wasn't. So for anyone who's not like a geophysicist or into like science like that, endothermic reactions just mean that there's a reaction where heat is absorbed, like endo means inside. So supposedly these mining rigs were these crazy things that could mine at these exponential rates, crazy terahashes that have never been achieved before. They had one mining rig they were calling the Tower that was going for like $30,000. Interestingly enough, I might pull up their website. I'm not sure. Just to make sure everyone knows, if I do pull up the website, it is a scam. Do not send them any money. They only accept Bitcoin and ETH, which that right there should be a red flag. But beyond that, yeah. So the story basically goes as follows, right? There was an article released earlier in the week, and we kind of waited to feel it out and do our research and see what was going on. But it's this company called On Miners that apparently they released 3 different mining rigs. The rigs are supposedly pre-configured to mine Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, Monero, Dash, and Zcash. You just plug and play and everything is good to go, which doesn't make any sense at all. If you've ever actually mined cryptocurrency, you've got to get connected with a pool. I mean, there's a lot of different steps that go into it, especially if it's a rig that mines Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, Monero, Dash, and Zcash. That's 4 different algorithms that supposedly this would be compatible with, which means that it's not an ASIC miner, an application-specific miner. Usually ASIC miners are going to be configured out of the box for one algorithm, one protocol. The fact that this is configured for what would evidently be 4 different algorithms is just wild. It makes no sense. Anyway, so this is the big old beefy tower here that supposedly can do all these crazy numbers. It costs $30,000. We're gonna get into why this is a scam in just a second. One thing that I want everyone to know how to do is, I'm gonna skip some of this part of the story real quick. So when you look on their page, right, and you get to the team section, you know what? Let's bring up their page. I didn't want to do it, but onminers.com.
Bring it. They know not to go there. Go ahead, bring it up. They know.
Don't go here, please. This is not. They're not real, okay? I'm going to show you how you can find out whether or not somebody's real or not, okay? So you're on the team page, right? And all these images, they look so nice. Like, oh, look at all these people. They're happy. They're smiling, right? You right click on the image and you search Google for the image, okay? I'm going to use Megan, okay? Now, immediately, it comes up with the title business person. So that tells me it's a stock image. But we're not done yet, okay? When you scroll down, you see that like hundreds of websites have used this exact image because it's a stock image. It's not, she's not a real person. Well, she's a real person, but she's not a part of this business at all, okay? So you scroll down and you see all these different websites that have used this same stock image of this exact same lady, right? Like there she is there. Like what was she did she write this article too? No, she didn't, because she's not, that's just a stock image. It's not real, okay? That's, once I see that, you're not real at all. That's it. Like I don't want to look any further. I'm not going to do any other additional research. You're a scam. That's it. Anyone that uses stock images of people on their website and specifically in the team section, you know, if you want to use a stock image of something to exemplify, I don't know, you know, like a computer image or something like that, or something to that degree, you know, that's one thing. But when you're using stock images like as literally like that's the CMO, I don't even know what that would mean. The chief money op, like what would that even be? What position is that? Chief money officer?
I don't even made up position.
The chief made up officer. So so
Right.
yeah. So when you see stuff like that, like you can just know immediately that it's not real. But let's just go into, you know, trying to see some of what their claims were, right? One thing to note right now is that currently no other existing crypto miners for Bitcoin or otherwise have surpassed the 50 terahash per second threshold. Basically, a hash is an attempt at solving the problem to mine the next block. It's basically when you're mining cryptocurrency, it's kind of like a race to see who solves the problem first. Then if you do solve the problem first, you get to verify the next block. Then you get the block reward, which is why you typically would set up yourself with a mining pool, as it's called, where you'll be connected with a bunch of other people all in the same group, we can call it, that are trying to compete for the same block reward. And that block reward is then split amongst the people of the pool. So they're claiming that the base unit, the on to you. Oh man, I think they gave it that name as like a jab. On to you, like I'm on to you.
Oh wait, where is it at?
So the name of the base unit is the on to you, or on to you, like I'm on to you.
Oh wow.
Yo.
Wow.
Oh, I gotta take a sip of that. Oh, Ambition Wolf in the building, yeah.
Yo, I'm on to you.
So wow, I didn't even realize that. That's crazy. When we wrote this story, I didn't put that together. So anyways, supposedly their base unit, and keeping in mind that 50 terahash per second was the previous max, 140 terahash per second. Then the on for you 270 terahash per second. And then the on tower, a staggering, mind-numbing 1620 terahash per second. I'm not going to go into the rest of the numbers here because they're just not, I mean, they're not, none of these numbers are real. So it doesn't really matter anyway. Really crazy. So the base unit starts at 4,500. The on tower goes up to $30,000. And I'm unfortunately positive that someone fell for this. Seeing that 1620, someone got greedy. Excuse me. Someone definitely got greedy and decided they were going to send 30K worth of Bitcoin, which, I mean, good on you if you have it to spend. But, you know, they decided they were going to send 30K worth of Bitcoin to these people and get nothing in return. So, unfortunately,
Never failed.
yeah, no, honestly, the craziest thing about these scams is as easy as it is for you to just look at it and see that it's obviously a scam. some people just don't look at it. They look at the numbers and they say, wow, I want the money, and they spend the money to get it, and it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
I recently, Truce, get this. I recently found out that my likeness was used as a scam to try to sucker people out of money, because I have a pretty good face. Yeah, I have a pretty good face in the XYO community, and so I don't know which group it was on Facebook, but I saw that somebody shared one of my photos from my Facebook in a group, but then I was blocked from looking in that group. So
what did they say? Okay, so they used your face, but what did they say up under your face?
I couldn't see it. Immediately after I saw that they had shared it, I was immediately blocked from the group.
Oh, I would have made a fake profile.
I
applied for a group profile and got us in there.
The thing about it is, my notifications are crazy. Like, Facebook is up in the top corner, and I haven't checked it in maybe, you know, since I started the stream here, and I've already got 17 notifications, and that's light for a Thursday. So anyways, yeah, if you see me giving away free stuff, I'm not giving away free stuff unless I say it on this stream, on this channel. So for example, we had a contest that we were starting last week, where I said that I was going to give $10 of whatever your favorite cryptocurrency on Coinbase is to whoever gets the most people in the stream. And so looks like Tom is leading right now with the most people in the stream. If anyone that's viewing right now, if you want to get, you know, some people in the stream, you know, commenting, having fun, you know, saying some stuff here, whoever can get the most people, and, you know, they say that, you know, whoever such and such sent them, yeah, $10 of your favorite cryptocurrency that you can find on Coinbase, I'll send it to you right after the stream. So Ambition Wolf says give away an S10 next time.
How can you tell who's leading the team? Tim. How can you tell who's leading?
Well, as people are coming in as part of this little contest, they're mentioning who, you know, brought them, and so you know, Tom even went out of his way to, you know, say that Mike, Carey, and Melissa were here. I don't know if I've seen Melissa in the chat, but I know I definitely saw Mike and Carey. So that's 2 for Tom right now.
Well, I'm not trying to compete in the competition. Like I said, I'm trying to be team bits and tokens. But I just dropped a link in one of my favorite Discords, so
okay.
We'll get maybe, you know, people later.
And it's fun. It's funny that you mentioned that you wanted to be team bits and tokens, because we actually had a little mini discussion about that after we saw the little shout out in that last video that you did.
Oh yeah.
I think I might.
I did think you got a shout out.
I don't remember if there was a whole lot of cursing in that video. I think I might still want to play it anyway. I'm gonna play it anyway.
Yeah, there is. I'm gonna say right now, there is some profanity, and I told y'all when I first met y'all.
No, yeah.
A little bit of profanity.
Listen, you don't understand. When I saw the video, and I commented first, just to, I like to comment on my friends', you know, videos as soon as I see them, and then I saw the shout out, so I had to comment again. And then when I saw the end of the video with not 1, not 2, but the 3 guns, that, like, I screamed. It was so funny. So funny.
That's my favorite part, man.
I think I'm going to have to pull that up real quick. Hold on. Let's see here.
Yeah, do your thing, man. Do your thing. I'm not here to really I'm not really here to promote, but I mean, you know, like I said, I do skits, I do crypto comedy. My whole thing is to try to bring something different to the crypto space. And that's all I'm trying to do, man. I'm trying to, you know, I think everybody needs to play their part and play it well. And
right.
I feel like this is where I fit in, so this
right.
is what I do.
And the thing about it is, like, the jokes are so perfect because you have to know a little bit about crypto in order to get, you know, kind of the jokes and what you're saying. So I shared this video a bunch of times because I just thought it was so funny. So I'm gonna go ahead and play that real quick here. Let me turn my volume up.
Yeah, let the people see. What's up there, Richard?
So it's only 2 minutes, folks. Just watch this video. It's so funny.
Hey, yeah, man, what up? It's me. Hey, what's up with this Bitcoin thing I keep seeing? Yeah, look, man, I know I'm heavy into crypto, but I really ain't been trying to like teach nobody how to use it. You know what I'm saying? I just been kind of like chilling lately. Yeah. But how do I use it to make passive income? Look, man, if you don't learn about it, like, go on YouTube. They got some great channels. There's this one channel called Bits and Tokens, man.
Hey.
Check them out. Bits and Tokens YouTube channel. Hey, you gonna tell me how to get rich or no? Look, man, I can't help you, dog. I tried telling you about it last year. You didn't really want to listen.
No, trust me, I know.
That's why Bitcoin is just a fad. Stupid. Shit lost 85% of its whole value. Bitcoin going to zero. That's why you lost half your money. You probably don't even know what you're talking about anyway. It's magical internet money. I ain't want your help anyway. Bitcoin's a scam.
Bruh, where'd you get that old phone? That was perfect.
I bought that from my old job, man.
Dumbass. He should have bought some stocks and bonds like how I did. Let me go check my E-Trade account. Are you gonna shoot me? Damn. How many guns you got?
Fumbling trying to get the third one. Yo.
Bruh, that was my favorite part. You should have told me trying to shoot that shit, man.
Oh my god. I'm sweating right now. That video is so funny. Like, honestly, if you guys wouldn't mind, anyone who's watching the chat right now, if you don't mind, you know, going over there to the channel, subscribing. I'm gonna put this link in the chat for us real quick. Really funny stuff. Again, you know, there are some adult, you know, words in there a little bit. Some adult words in there. No big deal though. You know, we're all for the most part adults here. I act like an adult, you know, whenever I can. So funny, just so funny. Like that, dude. The 3 guns. Like I wasn't ready. When I saw you fumbling, I was like, he's not gonna pull out a 3rd gun. Yo.
You know what? Let me say this real quick. See, this is the thing. I'm gonna give you the inside scoop because we cool. I said, Tim. Like I said, I know how it is. I've been watching y'all channel for a little while. You cool. All y'all cool, man. So I'm gonna give you the inside scoop. One, I always try. If you notice, I always try to end my skit with something, you know, like to catch people off guard. And then I don't know if you watch all the way through, but I always put the bloopers at the end. So with this skit, my whole thing was, as you can see, it's like, okay, yeah, we kind of deal with this with people in crypto, but the 3 guns came to my idea at the last minute. Mm-hmm. And what I wanted to say was, you asked me, you talked about the old phone. Where did I get the old phone from? The reason why I put that old phone in there was because I thought about the skit in my head, but I wanted to show that the guy was going to hang up the phone really hard.
Yeah.
And smartphones, you can't hang up the phone like that.
Right.
You can't slam the phone down. So I said, I need an old phone that I can slam down. And so I used that old phone. I bought that phone from my shop a long time ago.
Right. Nah, that was perfect. That was perfect. It was just, I wasn't.
Yeah, I'm glad y'all like it, man.
No, honestly, we had a good chuckle about that video. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was so funny. A lot of your videos are really funny. Like we've been watching a bunch of them. Like they're all like really funny. But that one was just like that.
I appreciate it.
Aside from like the awesome shout out, like that one just took the cake. Like that was just too funny.
So let me ask you this. So when y'all watching it, y'all didn't even know. Obviously, you didn't know it was gonna be a shout out. When the shout out came, was you like, what the heck? Did it catch you off guard or what?
I had to pause the video real quick, and I was like, oh, and then they heard me yelling. And so Garcon, who you don't really ever see on camera, the one who usually brings the drinks and changes the batteries and stuff, he does a lot more. First of all, let me say this: his name's not even Garcon, and he definitely does a lot more. He's our client relations manager, but it's just funny to call him Garcon during the streams. So he came running out because he heard me yelling, and I was like, yo, watch this. So I restarted. I didn't even see the whole video at that point. Like we restarted it and then watched the whole thing together, and then he yelled when he heard the Bits and Token shout out, and I was like, I told you. Like it was just so funny.
Yeah, I could.
It was so funny.
So hold on, because I've never heard that name. You're not talking about Jerome, are you?
Yeah. Jerome. We call him. we call him garçon because he brings us drinks and stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like a French waiter.
Pretty cool, man. I think he commented on this video.
Yeah. Hey, let me ask you this question. You said you've been watching us for a while. Like, where'd you find us? Just like randomly, or how'd that?
Man, so I found y'all. Let me see. I found one of your instructional videos because I'm gonna sound like a nerd here, but like I watch so much crypto stuff that I actually try to go back and I purposely put in like keywords that will give me videos that are either old or like, you know, have been like an instruction. I want to just anything I can find because I watch so many videos. I kind of run out of videos to see.
Right.
So I think I put in like introductory to Bitcoin or something, one of those videos, and I saw y'all on here talking about like teaching new people like it was like one of those what is Bitcoin videos.
Oh wow.
And I was like, okay. I was like, wow. I was like, okay, this don't have many viewers. So I said, well, what else do they have? So I went to the channel. I seen business token, so I clicked on the channel, and then I seen the drunks in crypto, and I was like, drunk crypto? What? And listen, I'm telling you, listen to me right now. I'm not trying to boost y'all up or toot your horn or nothing like that. I'm telling you like it is. You have I'm telling you, I watch so many crypto videos. I'm telling you right now, bro. This is what makes y'all different. This is why I'm like, yo, I need to touch base with these people. Y'all have something that's different. I'm telling you, trust me, I'm speaking firsthand. It's different. You got the drunken crypto. You got two co-hosts. Y'all talk about stuff. Y'all jump around. Like there's not another channel that's doing the combination of things that you guys are doing. You putting the little sprints in there. You got the co-host stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Y'all joke and y'all do news. You have something that's rare. So when the bull run happened, I'm telling you, your channel. And then I looked at okay, when the business tokens started, it was like 2018. So y'all started with the bear run market, just like I did. Right. When the bull run happened, I'm telling you, this is a 50K, 40K, and plus channel. Woo. I know this.
I'm ready for it.
You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, keep doing your thing. So that's why I started. I was like, man, let me tell you what I got. I know I'm rambling, but that's why I started watching y'all, man.
Hey, man, I really appreciate that. That's awesome that you found us from, probably a really old video of ours. That must have been like one of our first videos. If not, maybe that might have even been our first video.
I'm gonna tell you which one. Go ahead, keep talking. I'm about to tell you which first video it was. Cause I typed in like Bitcoin tutorial. Oh, this is why I got it. I found your channel because I was building. I have one of my you know how you can make a playlist on YouTube. Right. I was making a playlist of videos that I thought that I could show other people that didn't know anything about crypto. If someone comes to me and say, "Hey, Truce, what's this Bitcoin thing you're talking about?" I made a playlist that I could just go to and be like, "Oh, you want to know about this? You want to know about that?" And I could just show them a video. And that, when I saw like a Bitcoin tutorial from you guys, I was like, I added it to my playlist. That's how I found you. I'm gonna go to it now. You see here, it's I got a playlist set aside just for that. It's called Answers. I named it Answers. So when people ask me questions, I can give them answers.
Right, that's smart, yeah.
Yeah, it's called, you guys' video is called Crypto 101, Getting to Know Cryptocurrency. And I saved this in my playlist because it answers a lot of basic questions. Right. So I said, oh man, wow, their channel's doing that, and boom, there you go. Now we right here drinking and rum.
Nice. Hey man, I'm glad to have you on our side. I really appreciate that.
No doubt. Hey, look, like I said, I don't want to disrupt the stream. I mean, you got another article? Like, what's up, man? Let's keep it chopping, man. Hey, I'm co-hosting right now. You know what I'm saying? What's up?
No, for sure. So, what I'm doing right now is pulling up another article on Cointelegraph because I recently stopped going to CCN because they want you to pay for the articles. I just think that's silly because there's so many other ways to make money in the crypto space other than charging people for the articles that you write. Like we don't charge for our articles. I think that's weird. Like you don't even have to sign up on our website to see the articles. So that's kind of strange to me. One article that I did want to talk about on Cointelegraph is apparently UPS is going to be integrating blockchain into something that they're doing to help improve merchant supply chains. Have you seen anything about that?
No, I haven't seen anything about that. That's interesting. Let me see what I got here.
Yeah, so it's right on Cointelegraph. They actually just posted the story 5 hours ago. I don't know who does the art for Cointelegraph, but like I want to like steal them because I love the artwork they do on there. It makes it so you can't even steal their art because it's clearly from Cointelegraph. Like I can always tell.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they got a Jacob's ladder.
Yeah.
I'll let you know how I feel.
So apparently there's this blockchain platform called, I want to pronounce that Inception Zippy. Not exactly sure if that's going to be the pronunciation of it because there's an X in there and X's confuse me. But it looks like it's going to be pronounced Inception Zippy, which that's pretty cool, I guess. So UPS has partnered with them to kind of help with the supply chain to some degree, from product listing all the way up to delivery. So that's pretty cool. I'm not sure exactly what, in terms of like security, that's gonna help out with. Where the XYO community, are you familiar with the XYO token at all, or XYO?
No, I'm not. I haven't done a lot of research into that though.
Okay. Yeah. So real quick, what they are is I don't have any of my Sentinels near me. Oh, I'm lying. I do. So basically, they have these little devices that connect to a Raspberry Pi. If you're a big nerd like I am, you know what that is. Otherwise, it's like a microcomputer, a single board computer is what they're called. And so they got these little devices here. A lot of people in the chat are very familiar with these. Two of my favorite colors right here, pink and red. And so essentially what happens is, as you walk around town and you interact with other people's bridges, the Raspberry Pi unit, it'll pick you up and verify where stuff is at. So eventually these could actually turn into like a sticker on like, let's say like a FedEx package or something like that. And so you can have proof that your package did in fact arrive, instead of them just scanning it and saying it arrived. There's like that second layer. It's basically like a second layer that they're adding to GPS that's blockchain, and they basically have it so that any company that wants to plug into that layer can. So if you have some sort of a service where you need to be able to trust, and verify that someone is where they say they are, you would basically look to them. So I think that one's go ahead.
I do know. I mean, I don't know how different this is from like RFID, or like I know BChain is doing like some kind of tracking stuff. But I mean, what other how different is this versus like RFID?
So
I mean, it could be probably the same technology. I don't know.
Yeah. So what this is gonna do is it's gonna work off of GPS, but then also instead of just location, they want to be able to capture all data. So like one of the cool examples that they said was like, let's say, I don't know how this would be important to anybody. I'm not really big on ice cream, but let's say you wanted to track an ice cream shipment, but you didn't want to just track its location. You wanted to track the temperature, altitude, the speed, whatever else, and have all that data be accessible on a blockchain forever. So that way you could, let's say, presumably in the future, you pick up a carton of ice cream, maybe scan it with your phone, and you can see if it's ever melted. That's just like kind of one like off example, but like they want to be able to capture all visible and perceivable data about a thing, and then make it available on the blockchain, but have it mostly be like location based. So I think that's really neat. So I want to see more, or any shipping company partner with them. A lot of people are hinting that it might be Amazon next, because Amazon is big in shipping. If they were to slap that on a sticker from XYO on all of their packages, they would save a lot of money with people that say they didn't get a package and then they actually did get it. Like, I don't know if you've ever like not received a package from Amazon and then called them. Like, they'll give you the money back or send another one to you right away. And then like one time what happened to me is the package actually came, like two of them came to my doorstep at the same time, two of the same thing, after I called them and said I didn't get that thing. So I called them back and they're like, oh, just keep it. But like they could have saved that money and verified exactly where that, you know, package was or what have you. So I think that's pretty cool. So it doesn't look like this UPS partnership is anything like that. It looks like they're trying to do something a little bit more involved in terms of the whole supply chain, including like listing products. So I thought that was pretty neat, but I always like to look into stuff that has to do with shipping and whatnot. Cause like I said, I'm pretty big in the XYO community as far as, you know, staying up to date with everything they're doing. The chat is saying that you should download the XYO coin app.
So you mean to tell me I could be on my way to the club and my baby mama will slip an XYO token in my back pocket and now I'm caught?
I mean,
thanks a lot, Tim.
Hey,
thanks, Tim.
Listen.
You just ruined me, bro.
I'm sorry. just tell her not to watch the stream. I mean,
my baby mama knows I'm at Walmart and I'm trying to, you know,
oh man, but yeah, I mean, presumably, you know, she might know, you know, the temperature it is in the club and all that. So
yeah, you know, she's like, hey, she's like, where you at? I'm at home. Okay, well, why is it 98.2 degrees?
Right?
In your back pocket? Oh, I got the heat on. Yeah, okay. Woo.
Oh man. Yeah, so
yeah, that's dope though. Yeah, they got a lot of coins on the way. I just pulled up XYO. I'm looking into it, man. That's definitely top trading. That's definitely going to be a use case, whether it's tracking milk or tracking you on the way to the bar. So
right.
I'm with it.
One of the things that a lot of us were suggesting in the beginning is using the trackers for, like, you know, kids. Like I have a 6-year-old, and so like I would love to always know where he's at. You know, not to be like an overbearing parent, but I mean we live in a crazy world nowadays. You know, so. Yeah,
that and pets. You know, knowing where your pet's at.
True. True.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you know what else? I mean, like, when people lose their keys, like, I mean, blockchain is... Man,
so that's the funny thing that... I was going to say, the funny thing about that is these little trackers actually started off as basically like a way to find your keys or your wallet or whatever.
Wow.
And then they branched into blockchain. So they're actually an existing company. A lot of us actually own stock in the company itself. As well as the actual token. So like I own stock in the XY company as well as I own some XYO tokens. So yeah, they actually started out as just like you said, like finding keys, just, you know, finding whatever it is that might be lost or misplaced or what have you. The chat is saying maybe they're moving us towards a day when we all have a microchip for our immortal data. Nope. Listen, no, not me. When I'm gone, I'm gone. Don't try to resurrect me. How do you feel about that? Would you want to be a computer program one day if they said they could take your likeness, your, you know, mannerisms and everything and put it onto a computer program for your grandkids to always have around? Would you want that?
Yeah, that's so crazy that you said. I don't know if I'm attracting this reality or not. It's crazy you said that.
The universe does that. Like it channels things through me. So that's.
I swear to God, I was thinking about that earlier this morning. I'm so serious. You know what? The only way I would have that, where you put like, if they was able to download my conscience onto a computer and I could live and experience through a program, I would do that only if my physical body was closing in on its mortality. Like, you know, maybe I was in my elder ages, and, you know, my physical cells were starting to degrade, and it's like, hey, well, we have this new technology where you can live on the blockchain or in the computer or program. Yeah, I would do that totally. Absolutely.
Here's my
crack jokes on the blockchain.
Here's my thing about it, right? Obviously, quantum computing is going to be a thing soon. So AI is only going to get smarter and smarter and smarter, which to me means that I don't think it's really going to be you. I think it's going to be a likeness that is so much like you that other people won't be able to tell. But I'm pretty sure once you're gone, you're gone. So I think it would be more of a novelty for other people and not specifically you. Like I don't think it would really be you.
Yeah, I agree with that because, like I said, if that was ever to happen, it was like they kind of talk about it now. It's basically that copying cell by cell or atom by atom into another program or entity. So it won't really be your reality and what you know is you. Your reality, what you believe, what you are consciously experiencing would die. But there will be a copy of that would live on that still contains everything that is your consciousness, your personality, and all that. So really, I mean, like you, Tim, right now, your consciousness and what you know that you're Tim, that you're on a YouTube channel, that you're here, you're using the internet, you're at home or in the studio or whatever, that reality would come to an end.
Right.
But you would live on with, with a copy of who is you somewhere else. And I'm totally fine with that. And I would just crack jokes and tell people that they need to buy Bitcoin in my other copy.
Right. The chat is saying the data would stay but not your soul. That's exactly how I feel about it too. I don't remember if it was the show Black Mirror on Netflix, if it was one of those episodes, or if there was some other movie or something. I really don't remember, but it was some it was some movie or some show where like they could take you out and switch your body to like another body, so like you never really had to die until like the actual chip that they were plugging in each time was broken. That's how you like actually died. But I don't know. I just
read Cheryl's comment.
Let's see here. Maybe we're all copies now. Cheryl, don't scare me like that. I'm drinking. Now I'm gonna be thinking about that. What if I'm not real? Does it all matter?
How would you know? Oh my God.
What if they got me one day and they replaced me?
How would you, Tim? Prove to me right now you're not a copy, bro.
How? How am I gonna do that? I don't know. I can't prove it.
I gotta do a skit on that, man. That's genius.
I need to take a bigger sip than this. That's crazy.
That's like, oh wait, hold on. Well, I can know. Well, how does you know what I just thought of right now? How
What's
does
up?
Bitcoin Cash know that it's a copy? How does Bitcoin Cash know it's a copy? Bro?
Maybe that's why. Who's that? Roger Ver. Maybe that's why he thinks he's the real Bitcoin.
Exactly, man. He thinks he's the original, but he's a copy.
He doesn't know he's actually the copy. Wow, that's crazy.
He's a copy. He thinks, that's why Craig Wright thinks he's Satoshi, because he's a copy. He doesn't even know it, bro.
Wow, that's crazy.
Wow, this Cheryl just blew my mind, man.
Oh
Right?
man, I'm staying inside tomorrow. I can't do this.
Listen, it's only real in this dimension. Last year is going on in the next room. You never know, man. Maybe we're already in a bull run. Who knows?
Oof, that would be neat. Like if you could. Oh man, because I believe in multiple
Realities. Absolutely.
multiple realities, but also multiple dimensions, right? Like if you think of,
same.
if you think about it this way, right? Like we can perceive plants, right? But plants can't necessarily perceive us, right? Like for a blade of grass, like they're in the second dimension. You know what I mean? Like they're not.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, they're not in our same dimension. We can see them because they're one dimension lower than us, but we can't. They can't see or really perceive us because we're one dimension higher than them, which means that 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, dimensional beings can see us, but we can't see them.
Can't
So
see them, yeah.
I fully believe in that, as well as multiple realities.
Yeah, because to think that you're the top dimension would be egotistically foolish, I guess, to say. Like then if there are the sub dimensions or lower dimensions, you think that you're the top? I mean, come on, man.
No, there's no way. There's no way. And especially with how technology and industries advance, like things will be stagnant for a little while and then just explode into like these crazy advancements, and then be stagnant for a little while and then just explode into these crazy advancements. And it happens, every so often. There's no way there's not some sort of a guiding force, if you will, that's kind of pushing us towards where we need to be to advance as a species. Whether you want to say it might be aliens or this or that or whatever it is, whatever you might want to believe in, I think there's something above us and then something above that and so on and so on. So
yeah, just like right back to crypto. We finally, after all these years of being alive, solved the problem of double spending with blockchain.
Right.
Like I said, the advancements are crazy.
Wow. Speaking of double spending and blockchain and cryptocurrency, did you know that it was actually the NSA? Was it the NSA? I think it was the NSA that first proposed cryptocurrency. Either them or the CIA. One of those two.
Well, I do know that they were trying to solve this. Well, first of all, Bitcoin was actually kind of not really the first, because they had a few that they were experimenting. It was like two other ones that they experimented with. There was actually another digital currency that was out. It got shut down. I need to look this up on my computer, but I can't talk. I'm in Mississippi, so I can't talk and look up on my computer for some reason. But
so
go ahead.
The NSA. I'm actually gonna pull it up right now. I think I might have shown this on one other stream, but. So this is like the original white paper, right? This is back in 1996. It was October 31st, 1996. And it was titled How to Make a Mint, the Cryptography of Anonymous Electronic Cash. And they go into detailing multiples. They called it multiple spending, but that's what we know as double spending, public key cryptographic tools, untraceable electronic payments. What they were trying to do, though, is they were actually trying to mint, because they were used to how money existed previously, right? So they wanted it to be more of like a mint type deal where they could print out more on demand instead of the way that Bitcoin was developed. And that's actually the reason why Bitcoin was the only one that actually took off, because there was something called BitGold before Bitcoin, and it didn't take off because it addressed multiple spending, but it didn't address the control issues of being centralized and having like that, one singular mint. Didn't require participation in the network in order to generate new tokens and verify, previous transactions, how Bitcoin did. So that's why Bitcoin was able to take off the way that it did. But some people think that it really might be the NSA that is Satoshi Nakamoto, and that's why nobody, quote unquote, knows who it is.
Well, that's a possibility, but if that's then the NSA took that from, or potentially took that from another idea, because I'm seeing here at this article, it talks about the early days where they were experimenting with digital cash back in the 80s. This is like the late 80s, okay? This is where they were experimenting with it, and they were trying to do like point of sales transactions, and it was basically like this digital cash thing back in like 1983. But that's not to say that the NSA didn't pick up on that or easy, because the whole cryptocurrency blockchain technology came out of years and years of, let me try this, failed. Let me try this, failed. Let me try this, that didn't work. Let me pass this route. A lot of people worked on it, so I wouldn't put it past it, but whether they did it or not, the fact that it Pandora's box that can't be closed doesn't change.
Right.
So I'm with that.
Right. See, I learned about this because I like to read white papers, and when I first learned about Bitcoin, my story is I first learned about Bitcoin at $2, and I literally just like your video, I was like, I'm not spending $2 on internet money. I was like, if it goes down to $1, maybe I'll put in $50, $100, whatever. But I'm not spending $2 on internet money. It went up to like $7, $20, $30. I gave up for a little while.
I'm talking to a billionaire right now, guys. You see that? I'm talking to a billionaire.
I wish you guys wouldn't know me if I knew about Bitcoin back at $2, but I didn't. Clearly, I'm still here. I'm not wearing a big old fancy suit, driving a whatever they're driving nowadays. Tesla, I don't know, whatever fancy cars they're driving.
You wouldn't be wearing no suit, man. You being freaking boxer in a big tank top right now.
I'll be doing something different than this. I'll tell you that. But yeah, so this specific white paper was actually referenced by Satoshi Nakamoto, as well as referencing BitGold and some of the other ones. that predated actual Bitcoin. So that's how I kind of know about some of those. But you're saying a lot of those stemmed from some research from the 80s?
Yeah, I got an article here. I'll just, if you give me a quick second, I'll just chap off a quick paragraph of it. It basically says, even before this, David Chum, an American cryptographer, had been investigating what it would take to create electronic cash. His views on money and privacy led him to believe that in order to do safe commerce, we would need a token money that would emulate physical coins and paper notes, specifically the privacy feature of being able to safely pay someone hand to hand and have the transaction complete safely and privately. As far back as 1983, David Chum invented the blinded formula, which is an extension of the RSA algorithm still used in web encryption. This enables a person to pass numbers across to another person, blah, blah, blah. And then, like I said, this was like the DigiCash area. If you Google DigiCash, when working in the late 1980s at CWI, a hotbed of cryptography and mathematics research in Amsterdam, he started DigiCash, and this was in the 1980s.
Okay, yeah, I have heard of DigiCash. Yeah. 1989. Yeah.
I'm not saying that turned into big. I'm just saying that people were trying to work on this stuff. So what happens is anytime you have something that's revolutionary, people usually piggyback off somebody else, and they piggyback off them, and then somebody finally finds the algorithm or the solution. Like, oh, okay, wow, this is it. This will work. And I think that's what happened. Whether it was NSA or maybe not NSA, I just think that it took. It wasn't one person that nobody else ever, worked on it to get it done.
Right.
Yeah, there you go. I see. I'm back on the stream. Yeah, David, man. Yeah, this is back in the '80s. So, and like I said, this, maybe the NSA or maybe Satoshi or whatever. Like I said, I'm sure that they piggybacked off of already working under the works technology to make it better. The car didn't start off as the car. It started off as something more subsector to what the car is today, and it developed.
Right.
Same thing like technologies like Bitcoin. Like the airplane. The airplane didn't start off as a 747. Hennessy didn't start off probably as Hennessy. It probably started off as freaking gasoline mixed with whatever. But,
So yeah, so I knew about eCash, or let's see here. Was it called Big Gold?
Oh yeah, Big Gold right there, top left. Well, that's the I've heard of Big Gold. I did not look into it, but I have heard of Big Gold. Big Gold, yeah.
No, this looks like it's a newer. No, yeah, because people also search for DigiCash and Zappo.
I think there was an older one that they tried to call it Big Gold before.
If I'm not, I could be mistaken. I usually don't like to be mistaken. Okay, yes. So here's December 29, 2005, Big Gold. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the 90s. Back in the 90s is when Big Gold really started.
So yeah, so a lot of these technologies are referenced in the original Bitcoin white paper. So just kind of a fun little history of cryptocurrency there for our viewers tonight. When did you first get into cryptocurrency?
Man, look, I'm a rookie. I'm not gonna lie, man. I came in August of 2017. I was on a gaming server, and I was going to start. If you guys got a minute to hear my little raggedy story, trust me, I'll try to make it funny. I was looking to start trading stocks and bonds.
Mm-hmm.
And so I mentioned to a guy on a gaming server, I said, hey, yeah, I'm trying to, get invested, blah, blah. He said, well, you know what, man? I think Bitcoin was like around $2 or $3 grand. He said, yeah, well, you should look into this thing called Bitcoin. I said, well, what the heck is Bitcoin? He said, Bitcoin is a digital coin. It's a digital currency. I said, it's a coin? He was like, yeah, but it's digital. I said, well, how much for one coin? He said, I was like, 2,800. I was like, nah, man, I'm not about to spend 2,800 on a digital coin. So he said, well, just look into it. I said, okay, I'll look into it, which meant I'm not looking into it.
Right.
Later on, I started hearing on the news, and, oh, no, this is how I found out. So I went on, I was like, yo, bump that shit. I started watching YouTube channels about stocks, trying to learn about different stocks, and I started seeing Bitcoin advertisements. He said, wow, man, somebody told me about that. So I looked back into it. I looked how much it was worth. It was worth like $4,000, and I was like, oh, okay, well, $4,000, it pumped, it's about to drop, whatever. Then I looked again, it was $6,000, and boom, and then I was like, okay, let me get into this thing. And so I got in like mid-2017, like August, like right before the bull run.
Right.
And, but I will say, ever since I got in, man, nonstop, like, as you see my channel, I'm still here. The people that are still here right now are the diehards. I am diehard for crypto. I spend 3 to 6 hours a day doing crypto stuff, man. I love it.
Right. Yeah, I I routinely have 16 to 24-hour days where I'm trying to build the whole business around it. Educating people and all that, and working on the website and stuff. So like literally my entire day, if I'm not outside, doing something or with my son or what have you, is entirely just based on crypto.
Cheryl says, or the news like me. When did you said you got it, you learned about it when it was like $2 or $3. Tell me just a brief, like, you just totally forgot about it. What happened where you kind of got back in? How did you miss the investment?
2013 or 2014. Somewhere around, that time frame. I started mining back when you could still mine like on a smartphone. Lost the phone. Really, I just no idea what happened to it. Yeah, I lost that phone. It was a Motorola Droid X. So I actually really liked that phone. That was a big beefy phone. You could throw that phone at an intruder and they would get hurt. Like that was a big beefy phone. And I liked it. And so yeah, so I was mining on that because that was back when I was overclocking all my Androids and just being silly and just having a whole bunch of nerd fun. So I was mining back then, back in like 2013, 2012, something like that. Then, you lost
the phone.
Yeah, lost the phone. Then 2014 or maybe mid 2013, I started mining on like an old laptop that somebody lent me, and then they needed the laptop back, and I didn't. And so we had to like reformat it and everything, and I was like, oh wait, my wallet, oh, too late for that.
Oh my god.
And so yeah, so like there's definitely there's some burnt Bitcoin out there in the world somewhere that just don't exist anymore.
Oh my god, you gotta give it. So you are one of the direct reflections of the decreased supply. Thanks, Kim.
So I might have had like somewhere between like, because this is back when you weren't really getting like a whole lot for like those little mining apps on your phone, you know what I mean? So I might have had somewhere between like 2.5 to like 5 Bitcoin altogether. This is back when you were getting like 0.001 at a time, like per day or something like that, Bitcoin just to like mine and do whatever. So I might have had like somewhere between like 2.5 and like 5 between those two devices that are lost. So we don't talk about that a lot. I don't mention that part of the story a lot. Yeah. So then I didn't get back into cryptocurrency until Ethereum became a thing, because Bitcoin was cool and that it was like digital money and all that. But when Ethereum came around and they like make decentralized applications and, just kind of change the game up a little bit in cryptocurrency, I decided like, okay, wow, this is getting pretty interesting again. The nerd in me really wants to come out and play. So I got back into it. Traded here and there. I was really heavy into like stocks, and this is around the same time when like tech stocks, like you just could not go wrong. That you could just pick like almost any tech stock and just make a ton of money. I was mainly into like tech stocks around that same time. Doing like leverage trades, 3x, tech stocks like TECL is like one of my favorite tech stocks to this day. I made a lot of money on that. A lot of the money that we used to start, bits and tokens was from tech stocks. And so, yeah, I kind of got back in around there. I missed a lot of the fun of the bull run, but then I decided during the bear market is when we were going to start planning and plotting to be ready for the next bull run, regardless if it was in 5 years, 2 years, 1 year, whatever. So that way other people wouldn't make all the same dumb mistakes that I used to make, because I could have been super rich right now. And like, if I can help someone not lose their Bitcoin, like I will feel accomplished. You know what I mean? So that's my backstory.
Well, it ain't too late, man. It ain't too late. I mean, I think in the bull run it was only maybe 30 million, maybe 20 to 30 million people using crypto, Bitcoin, stuff like that. I mean, there's 7 billion people on the planet. 2 billion people probably use finance. So, I mean, I think we're still early, but you gotta hang in there, man.
Oh no, yeah, for sure. And one of the things that we do with bits and tokens, I don't know exactly, aside from like the YouTube version of us, how familiar you are with bits and tokens. One of the things that we do is on our website, we actually have like an encrypted chat where you can talk to me or one of Jerome or Annalise, literally 24/7. If you have like questions and stuff, like we have a subscription service right there on the website for that. And so yeah, like I'm constantly engaged in various, like you had mentioned that you were dropping the link in a bunch of different crypto like discords. I only use my Discord for like gaming, because like I do a little PC gaming here and there. But I'm in like a ton of different Facebook groups, and I'm always looking for more information, new stuff, trying to see what's going on in the crypto world, talking with different folks. And so yeah, I'm heavily invested in this space, not just in monetary fiscal terms, but literally like I want everybody to have the opportunities that I didn't have. I didn't have anybody that was available to assist me or like answer my questions, or like I was just, I'm like one of the only like nerds like of this level that I know, like I'm really into the tech. And so like I never had anybody, I'm from New York City, where like not to say like people were like mean to me or nothing like that, but like this wasn't the cool thing to do. So when I would go to school, when I was in elementary and middle school, when I was into like computers and stuff back in like the AOL 2.0, 3.0 days, I couldn't really talk to anybody about the internet, about, all the cool stuff that's out there. Oh, it's not just text anymore. They have pictures on the internet now. Like that was, that was, that was my childhood, was getting excited about that. Like, oh, dial up is like a little bit faster now. Like that. I was excited about that stuff, and so I didn't have anybody to talk to about that, and I just kind of have always just kept this all to myself. And I realized like, that's cool, because like I know a lot of this information, but instead of me just being selfish and be like, oh well, nobody helped me, I'm not going to help anybody else, I decided that I'm going to base my life around helping other people out. So here we are.
There you go. Yeah, that's what's up. That's cool. That's good, man. That's man. I ain't got nothing but a salute for that, man. That's what's up. We need more people like that. That's
appreciate
good.
that. Yeah. Lightning Struck says, I remember the CDs.
How did the whole Bitcoin token thing get developed? I mean, like, where y'all? What's your maybe 2-year plan? Like, where y'all trying to really go?
So like you weren't, I don't think you caught like the beginning of the stream. But one of the, so all right, so I'll just give the whole backstory, right? So we started with.
Oh yeah, hold on. Before you say on that, also I wanted to throw in there. I mean, how many people is like on your team? Like, how many people is like Bits and Token Squad? Like behind the scenes. Go ahead.
I have a sales and marketing guy. My brother from another mother for I don't even know, 13 years. Somewhere between 10 and 13 years. I've known the kid. You know, he used to do marketing for BlackBerry, and sales, and so we kind of just onboarded him as that. He does other stuff and like, you know, his daily routine, but he's our sales guy. Then there's Jerome, Annalise, and me. We're like the core team, I guess you could say. Jerome does our client relations, so making sure that people that use our website are happy and successful and know how everything works, and, you know, retention as well. So if, you know, someone you know, has questions or they're not sure if they want to continue the subscription, he'll talk to them and see if it's a good fit for them. And just overall, just client relations. Like if we've already established some sort of a business relationship, he's the guy that goes and you know, handles that. Annalise does all of our video editing, as well as, you know, obviously she's my co-host here on the stream. And then I do everything else, fortunately or unfortunately or whatever. But like, you know, all the web development, the boring stuff.
Hold on, you just gonna drop the phone while I'm listening like that, bro?
See, okay, it was my elbow, because the phone is positioned between a laptop and a tablet, and my elbow kind of bumped the tablet. I'm sorry.
You need a phone stand. Do I gotta buy and ship you a phone stand for when I co-host, bro?
Honestly, this is very impromptu, so the setup is like super janky right now. Like you're plugged into the laptop, but on the wrong side, and then you're propped up against another laptop and the tablet, and we got the mic all leaned down, all weird.
So that laptop right there, whatever it costs, it probably costs $1,000 or more. That's the phone stand. I'm honored to be on a $1,000 phone stand.
Honestly, no, yeah, we have two of these laptops. I think they were like $1,200 to get them shipped out. Man, yeah, these are like hardcore gaming laptops, and they handle video editing really well. So that's why we got them. The GPU is really nice. I don't know if you're into like computers, but it's an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1060 Ti. So just a really nice GPU to have in a laptop. Intel Core i7 7th gen. So just, you know, DDR4 memory. You know, really fast SSD. So they get the job done.
I don't want to get too off topic, man. Like I want to stay on crypto, but what you said you game on that? What do you game with? What do you play?
Right now I'm like really into Apex Legends. That game is just so fire.
Yeah, you're a trader.
like
But okay, we ain't gonna get on that. But we'll talk about that another stream.
Yeah. So Bits and Tokens, it started out oddly enough. Annalise and her friend wanted to do a podcast, but they weren't like sure like what they wanted to do a podcast about. And me and Jerome, we were just like super into crypto, and we just, you know, recommended like, hey, like, you know, we'll write all the scripts, and then, you know, you ladies can just, you know, do the podcast or whatever. And then I do this thing where like I'll have like a little baby idea and then spend like $5,000 on it. And so a podcast turned into buying a green screen and lights and a dope camera, you know, a 4K camera, you know, all a bunch of stuff, this laptop, you know, microphones, just all sorts of stuff that we didn't really need to just do a podcast. And I was like, oh, well, let's just make YouTube videos. And if we're going to do it, we're going to do it the right way, you know, make it super professional. And I'm a really big overachiever. So like for the website, I pay for like the maximum level hosting that like Facebook would use, even though like we'll never probably reach that. Well, I don't want to say never, but like, you know, I doubt that we'll need that server load, but like my website will never go down because I pay the exorbitant amount to keep it up and running. So yeah, so we started out wanting to do that, and then the first video was how to buy Bitcoin. And we just kind of went from there, you know, okay, now that you know how to buy Bitcoin, what can you do with it? Now that you know what you can do with it, you know, where can you trade it? You know, different stuff like that. And I think what kind of made us realize that we were kind of onto something is we did an interview with a company called Deedcoin. They're actually based in Florida like we are, but we took a little drive up to go visit them, and we did an interview with them, and they were really receptive of us, and it just made us feel, you know, like we were part of this space. And we just kind of like doubled down, maybe even tripled down from there, and just went like super, super hard, put even more money into the business. Then I had the idea that like, okay, we're doing all these videos on YouTube, but I don't want to make money on YouTube from advertisements. Like you'll probably notice there's no ads on any of our videos. One, because we don't have 1,000 subscribers yet, but also because like I don't really want to have advertisements. Like people have like offered to like, you know, sponsor us and like, yo, talk about this and we'll give you money. But like the way that I operate is if I like your coin or your project or whatever, like we'll just talk about it. 'Cause I like it. Like I don't accept any money or any tokens or anything like that. Like our ETH address is in the description. And so like a lot of times, you know, some of the ERC20 tokens and things like that we've interviewed in the past have sent us stuff just for, you know, interviewing them or whatever. But like we specifically say like, yo, we're doing this because we want to, not because we're trying to get money from y'all. So that's kind of how we started there, and it branched into all sorts of crazy stuff. And we revamped the website. You know, a couple investors got involved. You know, we got the chat service on the website and all sorts of other stuff. And now we're branching into, you know, doing like the same chat service that's on our website. We're going to have that plugin available for other, you know, crypto projects as well. So that way we can handle their, you know, questions. Because my thing about it is like, I love when people are building stuff. And if you're asking questions, you can't, or if you're answering questions, excuse me, like from your clients, that's time away from building the end product. You know what I mean? So we want to be that liaison, like the point of contact for those clients, those customers, investors, you know, people who hold the token and just have questions about it. So that way they can get official answers, because we have like, we'll put together like an official knowledge base or whatever. So you can get like the official answers, but you don't have to directly talk to the CEO. Like he should be busy doing a whole bunch of stuff. He like, there's no reason why, you know, any high ranking official or really even the developers should be answering questions like that, unless it's like on their Twitter and they're just having fun. But like, there should be an official place for you to get answers, but not have to bother the people that are not bother, but you know what I mean? Like if you're building the future of you know, technology, you should be focused on that, not focused on answering questions about yesterday. So we have that plugin available. It's ready now. We're just, you know, kind of waiting to roll it out to make sure that we align ourselves with the right partners and, you know, get ourselves in the right light. So definitely something we're working on. But yeah, that's our whole backstory, really.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, definitely with that, man. That's what's up.
Wow. Hold on. I have to address something from the chat real quick.
Yeah,
so
I was gonna tell you, read that.
Yeah. So we actually I did a whole spiel. Lightning struck. You didn't see the beginning of the stream, and I'm not gonna fault you on that. But we definitely did a whole thing about on miners. It's a scam. So don't go to their website. Just leave it alone. It's not real. It's a scam. I'll tell you why it's a scam. This right here, this number, 1620 terahash, impossible. Not a thing. Just ridiculous numbers. They don't exist, right? But then here's how you can, if you want to go to any website that's saying that they're going to do something crazy and unheard of, here's how you find out whether they're a scam or not, right? You go to their team page, okay? I'm going to use Megan Powell because we wrote a story and I called it Scam Alert right here. Okay, this is a scam. You right click on it if you're in Google Chrome and you search Google for that image, right? When you search Google for that image, you scroll down, look at all the times this one image of this one lady pops up all around the internet, okay? That means that this is a stock image, okay? This is an image that someone can buy or just download and use to just fill in space. This is not really an actual person. She's not a part of the company at all. I don't know what a CMO is, but we decided that was called Chief Made Up Officer because it's just not, it's not real. And then, so yeah, so we do a thing every once in a while where I used to actually make videos called Scam or Nah. I think I'm going to start making those videos again. I might even make one about this, you know, maybe tomorrow or even after the stream. But yeah, so this is definitely a scam. Even just the endothermic part of it is just like, why would you, if you're gonna scam people, like at least don't try to use like geophysics terms and like it's such a weird flex. Like, so, but no, don't say sorry if you caught the stream late. I have no problem whatsoever going over things, you know, more than one time. Quiet you. I have no problem going over things more than one time. But yeah, this was definitely a scam. You know, we wrote all about it here in the article. If you want to, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and copy this, and I'll paste it into the chat for you to kind of read it over for yourself. But yeah, that's definitely a scam. They only accept Bitcoin and Ethereum as far as, you know, tokens are concerned. Or as far as payment rather is concerned. So that's another, and I hate to say that that's a sign that it's a scam, because like eventually we're going to be in a world that's only cryptocurrency, which I'm cool with, but we're not there yet. So for you to be a company that only accepts cryptocurrency, like I get that you want to be crypto forward, but this is a little eccentric. You know, a $30,000 mining unit, you know, and you can only pay in Bitcoin and Ethereum, so they can go ahead and cash out and not be, you know, caught up. But yeah, it's definitely a scam. Here's one of the images from Google, and then again, here's the image right from their website. Clearly the same image. Yeah, stay away from that. Great question though. If it wasn't something that we talked about, I would look into it, and I just as quickly would have went to their website. And then just like I did, right click when I'm in Google Chrome, search Google for the image. It brings up a Google image search. This used to be called a reverse image search, you know, like 2-3 years ago. Now it's just an image search. But yeah, it's just, you scroll down and you see it. I mean, we're talking like 9-10 pages in, still the same image on multiple websites about just random, nothing that has to do with anything. So yeah, just stay away from them. I appreciate you asking instead of just, you know, moving forward with purchasing one of those expensive units. That's exactly what we're here for. I want to keep you guys safe and happy. So again, thank you very much for asking about it. I think what we're going to do now is just do a quick battery check, you know, take a quick intermission here and maybe jump into a few last stories here. So I'm going to go ahead and hit my BRB button, and I'll be right back with y'all. Here we are. Audio check. Make sure everything is good. Yeah, I got audio. You have audio?
Hey guys, of course I have audio.
Fantastic.
I hope you guys missed me because I missed you. I was far, far away, but I was doing some great things.
Awesome. Tell us a little bit about your evening there. Sport.
So what I went out and did is I actually went out to a blockchain event out in Miami. We found an event on Meetup, and we're just like, you know what, why not? I remember talking a while back about how big events are out in the UK and how I like that so much. And then our Gaston over here, or Garcon,
no
same
big
thing.
deal.
He looked up a event. And he was like, hey, like this one's, you know, it's open to the community. So we went, checked it out. Met a lot of connections. It was really cool, really fun. And then maybe, just maybe, we may be featured at a actual bar one of these streams. So
that's what I've been
we
wanting
may
for
be
the
live.
Longest time.
So
stream from a whole bar.
We made a good connection there with one of our friends here. And I believe he said he actually called in, if I'm not mistaken.
Unfortunately, or fortunately, however you want to look at it, since I didn't have a co-host, the hotline is actually a little busy.
Oh, I see.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Is like the hotline's been a little bit busy since I didn't have, you know, my normal co-host.
The hotline bling's been busy.
So,
I see.
I've been trying to hold it down.
No, you've been. You've
B.O.P. hold it down.
You've been holding it down. Like you for sure been holding it down. But since I didn't have a normal co-host, the hotline's a little bit tied up. I can't, you know, switch back and forth between lines right now.
Yeah, he said he was watching us. So I was like, okay, cool. You know, thought that was neat. And yeah, he just kind of liked what we did, what we represent. So yeah.
That's nifty. I don't know
Thanks,
if you
Cheryl.
have watched any of the stream thus far with driving and whatnot. I'm assuming probably not, but we talked about a lot of stuff. We talked about how Truce got into cryptocurrency, how I got into cryptocurrency, how we all collectively formulated Bits and Tokens, and how it started that it was going to be a podcast, and then it was going to be something else, and then it was going to be, you know, and then I just decided, let me just buy all this crazy equipment. And then you were just like, well, what is this? So like we just talked about all that stuff and how we came to be and where we are now, what the future looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, we talked about a lot of stuff tonight. We talked about your article about, you know, this
Scam
on miners. And
okay.
then we have Lightning Struck in the building, you know, in the chat with us tonight, asking about on miners actually, and so I had to go back and kind of retouch on that a little bit.
Okay, yeah, the endothermic miners.
And I was showing people
Mining
how,
rigs.
yeah, all you have to do is just right click, search for Google images, and then.
You know how many people literally don't know about that?
So the thing about it is, it used to be a lot harder to do a reverse image search. Truce, did you know about that? I'm sure you did. You know, not to sell you short or anything.
About that, but also there's a website to where artificial intelligence, they can make a image that looks real, but it's nobody. It's a fake image. It's not even anybody real.
Nuh-uh.
What?
What's that website?
What's that website?
I'm about to tell you right now.
Wow, they slacked. I don't. All I know is that after honestly looking through the website, the amount of slack that was on their behalf to like, I'm sorry, but if I was honestly trying to scam someone, I would make my stuff look so clean. And like, I would literally make my pictures impossible to find. Like if I would probably just like take a picture of someone in public, to be honest, while they're not looking. Like, I would make it impossible to like even trace me or like, it's just no, like, I don't know. I feel like some scams, they're just so sloppy with they're like, oh, like, let's see who we can get. Let's see what sucker will fall for this.
And we were talking
That's
about that
literally
on the
what it
stream
looks
earlier.
like.
It's like the craziest thing about it is like, no matter how sloppy these scams are, like people still fall for it. And like I was explaining, like pictures like this right here, this is fine. If you see this, it's okay. This is not explaining like, oh, these are the people, and
right.
This is the, you know, like these are my fingers. No, this is just kind of showing you like, you know, an example of whatever.
Right.
But when you get down to the team section, right? Like, you shouldn't be able to, like, I guarantee you this picture is not on the internet because we specifically took this picture for this thing.
Right.
This, maybe you might have put this on Instagram or something somewhere. I don't know. But you sent me this picture specifically for his thing, for this thing, right? This is a picture that I specifically took, I think, either for my Instagram or yours, someone's Instagram. That's the only other place it would be, right? So if I do a search Google for image, it's not going to pop up.
Yeah, there's other green screens. Yeah, it's off bits and tokens specifically. Yeah.
What's the website?
The website is called thispersondoesnotexist.com.
Actually, I'm gonna go on my.
I can't make this up, bro.
No, I feel you.
Person does
What it does is, how it works is,
not
people that it generates
exist.
this AI intelligence takes like.
Whoa, man.
Oh, so they like literally.
Whoa, yours is a different one than mine.
Oh, that's so.
Hold on.
Oh,
hold
so
on.
it literally
F5.
just takes different.
Whoa, boy.
It literally just takes pictures of different people and like different, like it just mixes up like characteristics. I get it. Like I can see where it does it. Like if you look closely on some of the artifacts, like this is literally, they took literally a girl's eyes and put it on this guy because this man has eyeliner on. Like if you look, he has like this gold glitter on top of his eyelids. Like literally, if you look closely at the
F5.
pictures, like
F5.
it's just.
Oh boy, what is
That's
this?
crazy. Like look at this. This person like literally has like a piece of glasses hanging off his face when he's not wearing glasses.
What is this?
That is so funny. Oh my god, like that is a man dressed as a woman.
Listen, in today's political climate,
That is
I don't
so
know
funny.
who's who or what's what. All I know is everybody deserves love. That's it.
You have to. I guess you have to be careful with which one you pick because if it's literally like something like this, like you have to like you can spot it out.
All the ones that have been on my screen so far are fine. That's crazy. Wow. So we're about to get some new team members
So
soon.
what I was saying is that people can go to this website and get pictures and put it on their website and act like they're real developers and real people.
That is crazy. I don't think I've ever came across this. What are you doing? What are you doing?
It's rum punch.
No. Hi, baby. I missed you. He missed me. I know. I missed
That's
you
nuts.
too.
Wow. Hold on. F5.
Oh, this guy looks normal.
What's up? What's the dog?
He looks pretty normal. He looks like he can be like a blockchain developer.
This is Trunks,
I
aka
miss you too.
Trunksiford Borknelius III. That's
No,
what I
it's
call
not
him.
his name. His name's just Trunks, like from Dragon Ball Z.
His name is Trunks from DBZ or whatever, but I call him Trunksiford Borknelius III, aka DJ Bork Nasty.
This
Yeah,
is Yen
Trunks.
Ling Yang. This is the international community manager.
Is this our international? Is
Yang
this
Ling
our-
Yang, yes.
Oh, Lightning Struck says nice pity. Thank you very much. Pitbulls are the best dogs. Used to be called the nanny dog because they're just so fantastic with children. Amazing. I actually read a story recently about a pitbull that the owners caught dragging their I think it was a 7-month-old by the diaper out from a building that was engulfed in flames. So that's very lit. Good for that dog.
Wow. Good dog.
This is a half man, half woman.
They just don't exist. That's
They
crazy.
just
This
that
is really
is
nuts.
so funny.
So basically, this website on minors, because I'm gonna flame them. I'm gonna do a video about this, and I'm just gonna flame them so hard that like they literally use a stock image when they could have just simply gone to this person does not exist and picked. This lady looks like she's like what'd you call her, the international community man?
Out of curiosity, can you even like? No, you can't
Megan
even.
Powell. Hey.
You can't even like. You can't
They
even
could've
do
used
it.
that.
You can't even like look
Don't
for
let
it.
it near any coyotes, bud. Okay, that's funny because I posted on my Facebook about the coyotes that were coming down from Boca and Park.
Wow.
That's funny.
Wow. Someone tells you about coyotes and now you're over here talking about the coyotes are coming.
Listen.
That's actually really funny.
Wow, Ambition Wolf still in the building. First of all, yeah. Second of all, my guy.
What?
It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing.
English?
Yeah, that's
No.
English.
No, is there a now like what? There's barely a vowel in there.
Yeah.
No.
That means hello there.
No.
How are you?
No. That sounds like gang
Or it
slang.
means wait, I'm on my way.
That's That's a T-shirt right there, y'all. Yeah.
No.
That might have to be a T-shirt.
No.
That really might have to be a T-shirt.
No, okay. The substitute co-host got shut down by the real co-host.
Listen,
No.
I don't know.
No.
It's too.
If it's only Urban Dictionary, then it's not.
Matter
No.
of fact, it's actually three.
Oh.
It's actually 3 against 1 because Ambition Wolf in the chat said, "Yeah."
Hey, 3 against 1. Hey.
Cheryl said, "Shake my head." Yeah, that's some NYC stuff because if it's only on Urban Dictionary, then it ain't real. Sorry. Sorry.
You didn't even spell it right.
Yeah, and it auto-corrected me, and then everyone spells it differently. There's
It's with U's, mad U's in the middle.
it's literally spelled with E's on here.
No,
like,
fam, trust me, I'm telling you. Yeah.
oh my god.
Just try it. See what happens.
She ain't feeling it, bro.
See how it
She
feels.
ain't feeling it.
It's an Urban Dictionary term, and it literally auto-corrected with an E.
Just see
it
how
auto-corrected.
I want you to just just try it on. See how it feels.
I did. I
No,
did.
no, no,
I
no,
did
I
put
want-
the URR.
Say it out
It's
loud.
hard, bro.
For what?
Here's how you have to fix your mouth as if you're about to use like the letter A, but then you don't use it.
It's
Yeah.
literally not even an Urban Dictionary thing. It's just a Reddit thing. That's crazy.
True, so you feel me?
That's
Like
crazy.
that's how you.
Now y'all know I gotta use it in my next video. Now I'm gonna be like, yeah.
It's with mad you. You guys are literally crazy.
Oh, Russ,
Okay,
what's up,
no
Russ?
T-shirt, no T-shirt.
Okay. So now I
guys
know.
are crazy.
See, here's the thing: is from Facebook to YouTube, everybody's names are different. Like I just recently figured out who Ambition Wolf was, and then now I know who Lightning Struck is. So that's cool. I like that. All right, now I'm putting all the faces to names. That's gonna stay up here in my old noggin top. I like that.
Hey, puppy. Oh, he's missed me. I missed you too. I miss you too. So, I mean, is there anything else you guys wanted to go over?
Have you seen any stories that you wanna? We didn't really touch on a whole lot. We kind of got sort of sidetracked
Today,
a little bit, and I'm sweating.
We was talking about aliens.
I mean, besides the
we
Jack
we
Dorsey
sure were
thing,
talking about aliens.
Did you guys talk about the whole Jack Dorsey thing?
Every time there's a new blog article, we talk about it. Come on.
It was just a question.
I respect the blog articles that you write. You know what I mean? You put them out there for the people. I like that. You always got some new stuff churning out for the people. So I always talk about.
I don't
them
think
on
I
our
saw
streams.
anything interesting besides that today. A lot of stuff, it was about the market. A lot of people were talking about market going up, but it went down not too long ago.
True. So you're always watching crypto stuff. You're always in the crypto
Yeah,
world.
there's
What's going on? You see anything?
Yes, I missed you. Oh
the
my
new stuff that I'm
goodness.
seeing,
Oh,
y'all probably
my
don't even care
goodness.
about because I see
I love
like
you.
everything.
I love
see,
you.
like the big
I love you. I
mainstream
miss
stuff
you too.
and like the under behind the scenes stuff, like things that if I talk about it, people are gonna say I'm shilling, and I don't want to be shilling anything.
Listen,
But
I don't.
think right now,
First of all, I would like for you to very much shill your top 3 holdings in your portfolio. What is Truce into in the crypto world?
well, okay, I'm not gonna shill, but the top 3 coins that I'm using right now is Bitcoin
Okay.
Oh God, he got me now.
and Tron.
So you're actively using Steam It?
Yeah, actively. I got 30K Steam power, man. I'm on there every day, man.
30K?
Is that the dog? I got 30K Steam. I go on there. I upload content. I post. I just delegated a lot of Steam because I thought we were gonna be away for a while. And then I use Tron for some of the dApps that they have, and then obviously Bitcoin because
What's a Tron dApp that I can look up right now for the people? What's like one of your favorites? Just give me one.
Shill, man. I don't want to shill.
No, here's the thing: is that if you look on the channel, there's probably a video somewhere of me unsuccessfully trading Tron back and forth. So if you
Well, the reason why, yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah, no. So if you want to give me a Tron dApp real quick, I actually really like Tron, with the exception of Justin's son likes to make announcements about announcements. It's a joke that I will never let die, because he always comes out and he's like, tomorrow I'm gonna announce that I will announce a thing in the future. Like he's so funny about that. But yeah, no,
I like the free money. Oh,
if you want to give me
Wow, he
a
really
dap
missed
that
me.
you're
I
into or that you
know,
might
I
have
know.
used, or I don't know if you tried Tronbet.
I miss you too.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say TronBet is a gambling app that I kind of play around with.
Okay, so not
But the
Tron
thing about
EBT.
Yeah, TronBet. I use TronBet. I was using
EBT?
888
Tron's giving out
token.
food stamps now?
888 Tron. But you know those it's just gambling. It's just casino stuff where people gamble and it's just the only really use case is just gambling. You know, it's not really something that I like coins that you can actually use. There
Yeah.
are coins that you can hold and speculate on, but if I can use the blockchain, whether it's gambling or posting and blogging or Steemit or just something to do. I'm a real click type of person. I want to click on stuff.
Right.
I use TronBet, but I mean these are casinos, so the house always wins. You're not gonna win. You can gamble on there and have some fun and try and use them. I've won a little bit, and people try to game the system, and they make gains and they win. But I'm not advising that. It's highly risky. Only go on there if you like to use, go to casinos and stuff like that. I mean, I just try to find coins that I'm not a gambler, but I like to find coins that I can use. Because my whole thing with blockchain is we need to use this technology. If we're buying coins, and please forgive me if I'm going against whatever you guys feel, but I'm not against holding coins because you believe the project is going to be successful so that you could trade back for fiat one day because maybe you like fiat. But I'm about using the technology.
Right.
If it's technology I can use, Steam, Tron, I hope Leo starts to do some more stuff. Like how you said. Forgive me if there. OY. I need to look it up. I said I was gonna look it up.
Oh,
But,
XYO.
Yeah, XYO.
Yeah.
OY.
If I can use this technology to do something, I want to track my dog, or I actually can track something with it. Yes, I want to use it.
Track my
Right.
dog.
I've had a lot of coins that I've seen that I can just buy and hold to make more fiat, but I don't want fiat. I want crypto, and I want
Got
to use
you.
it.
Got you. So, speaking of XYO, they actually, they is a strong word. I think it was the CTO of XYO. His name is Scott Shepard.
XYO song.
He
Oh,
actually flew me out
Jesus.
to San Diego, all the way from over here in South Florida, like Fort Lauderdale area,
Florida.
to do an interview with them, or rather specifically like with him. And so on our channel, you'll find, honestly, if you Google XYO interview, or if you go on YouTube and you search for XYO interview, I think we're the first ones that pop up. I'm pretty sure. And
Tim,
so
you gotta show me the song, bro. You gotta show me the song.
the song.
They're talking about in the chat. What is it
Oh,
talking about,
God.
bro? What is that, bro?
You know Drummer Boy, right? The producer.
Sounds familiar.
So he's like he's a producer, and like he raps like sometimes or whatever.
Come on, just pull it up for the people.
The thing about it, I wasn't even gonna go super into XYO because Wolf was also talking about Space Chain, and I wanted to pull.
Nah, you gotta play the song. Real quick, play the song.
Here's the thing, and I'm not trying to. I don't want to be disrespectful at all, but I want everyone to know my stance on this music video. Okay.
Okay, what's your stance, bro?
So the XYO community is made up in a lot of part of, I don't want to say older folk, but people that are have been on the earth for a while.
Why does Annalise look like she doesn't agree with that?
Listen.
I mean, it's true. There are a lot of older individuals who are into XYO, which is, no problem whatsoever.
I
It's just
like
the
video
persona of the video.
The video is
It's
wow.
really funny.
Wow.
Cheryl said mature. Yes, Cheryl, mature.
Mature is the word that I'm gonna.
Mature.
Yes, Cheryl, you got that right. Because I'm.
Cheryl said, "Yeah, I'm not big on the song either."
I don't, because I'm not trying to.
XYO, everywhere I go.
Old or whatever, like it seems.
He's singing the song. Come on.
I'll
Just
pull
throw it
I'll
up
pull
there.
I'll
Just
pull
throw it up there.
Oh my god.
They have the cartoon and the real video.
I don't want to pull it up, but I'm gonna pull it up real quick. I just listen, the thing about it is like it's one of those videos that like it just doesn't like the video doesn't fit like the theme.
Oh, they got 4 thumbs down.
Let me put my seatbelt on for this one.
You gotta watch it.
I feel
I'm
like
gonna mute the phone. I'm gonna mute the phone so I can hear the video on my TV.
all right, and it's no disrespect, but it feels like they got Drummer Boy because like it was cost effective.
Was it though?
And like no disrespect for Drummer Boy because like he used to like do a lot of stuff, but like.
This the jam. I'm so done.
No. No. I have time today. We're gonna point out all the things that I'm not okay with in this video. Watch.
Yo, I'm watching it, but there's a delay, so I'm listening to it in my headphones.
Alright. Give me 2 minutes and I'll be right back with you, Truce. I'm gonna point out some stuff that I don't like about this video.
What is he doing?
See, he said ninjas because he can't say the other one for like this video.
Right.
Which, whatever. Now, here's the part that I don't like. Watch. That's not a thing. That right there is not a thing. You can't. What is this? Why are there butts? Why are there butts? Why are there butts? I don't understand why there's butts. I don't get it.
Oh my god.
Don't get me wrong, I like a nice butt, but I just don't understand why there's butts. It doesn't make any sense to me.
It's a rap video. You can't have a rap video without no booty.
This is a... Listen, I can't. I'm done. I can't. We're more than halfway through, but I just can't. The hook is very catchy. The hook is super catchy.
Man, like, what are you... Oh, look, she just said it's a rap video, man. Hold on 1 second. I'm still watching. Okay, you stopped the video. Okay, let me get back on the screen. Okay, I'm back. Hey, there's a delay, so I was like 2 seconds behind.
Yeah, I can't. Like, for me, like, I can't watch the whole video. Like, I just can't do it. It's just so cringy because I know where, and we got Garcon in the chat, XYXYO. Garcon, stop it. Listen, here's my thing. The demographic that they have enlisted to enrich their finances and the people that are super into the XYO/XY company, this video does not fit that whatsoever, okay? Then they show the phone.
Wait, I got a question.
Go ahead.
What do rappers usually represent?
That's not the point.
Right, but like, what are they trying? Because I mean, yes, I understand their demographic, but they're trying to reach out to, I guess, an entire populace. They don't want just necessarily one demographic.
Okay, so that's a valid point, right? So, and again, I'm not trying to disrespect anybody, but I am a little drunk right now because the family recipe, you just need 1 cup, okay? So we're gonna go to Drum Squad TV, right? Which is Drummer Boy's, whatever, his platform, right? The majority of the videos don't have as many views as the XYO videos, and the XYO video has that many views because we all watched it thinking like, oh, this is cool. Like, let's watch it and support, right? His most recent video from 3 weeks ago, 1.2K, right? From 3 months ago, 13K. But then this XYO video, 22K all of a sudden. Let's see if we can find any other videos that have 22K.
The one before that.
This one has 82 views.
Look at the one that's 32K 4 months ago.
Okay, fine. Okay, whatever. But like
8, 16, 13, 30, 80, 18, 14.
You see the general
25.
gist of what I'm trying to say though? Like this is not how you reach our generation of people. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I get you.
Like they honestly, here's the thing. I don't know if they know this or not, but they honestly, like, I shouldn't say this on air, okay? Because I might be able to like get some money out of this somehow. But like
They don't.
they honestly, I'm gonna say it anyway because I'm drunk now. They honestly could have spent somewhere between $1,000 to $5,000, right? Probably the same amount of money they spent to coerce him into this video, right? And got any Joe Schmo and put it on World Star Hip Hop, okay?
Okay.
They could have put it on World Star Hip Hop for somewhere between $1,000 to $5,000, depending on how many views they wanted, and easily gotten 100K.
Okay.
Easily.
Okay.
Instead, they went what they perceived to be the cheapest route to get a rapper, which he's a producer. He's not even a rapper. I'm not saying he's not a rapper. Like, obviously, he rapped in this song. But, like, I mean, come Christmas time, I'm a rapper, too. You know what I mean? Like, it's not... it's not... Like, I just... The whole concept of it, like, it just didn't... And then with him, like, paying with XYO at the store, like, that's not a... Gosh, I'm spilling stuff.
I was wondering what you said, because Tim, hold on. Because when I'm watching it, there's a delay, and
Get
when
the
he does
tissues.
the XYO paying at the store, I can hear
Get
you
tissues,
saying,
yeah.
look, that's not a
Look,
thing.
look,
Like, what
rocks.
is that? Like, that's not how you're going to use it. So I feel what you're saying on that.
Sorry, guys. Tim broke the studio. Just give him a second.
I sure did. I almost destroyed my entire laptop. That's crazy.
Yeah. So Lightning Struck said that he likes the new XY logo, and I know you severely disagree.
I'm against that new logo. It
I
doesn't,
disagree severely.
it doesn't say anything to me about XY. Like, it's crazy. The old logo literally said XY. Like, it was fine. There was no problem with it. They were just gaining, like, popularity, you know. The XYO logo is still the same. The XY, the parent company, has changed. I don't like their new logo. I don't like it. It looks like a GPS little
Trunks, where are you
icon.
taking
I don't
me?
like it.
Like a
Okay,
GPS
so
logo
can I ask you a
icon.
question?
What's up? What's up?
Let me ask you this, bro. So you didn't like that video. Okay, I understand. It had the cheek clapping and all that or whatever. We had the ladies. The rap
Listen,
style,
I'm not
whatever.
against cheeks clapping, okay? I just don't think it fits.
Let me finish, bro.
I got you. Go
So
ahead.
they had whatever. Okay. What type of music video would you have wanted to see for this type of coin?
That's true.
Just honestly, not...
They got a cartoon one apparently.
Listen, not people smoking, okay? And not the cheeks clapping. And not fake using the phone to pay for something using XYO tokens, because that we know that's not a thing. Okay? So aside from those three things, I would have been okay.
Wait, play
Cheryl's
the
laughing at the
animation
cheeks
one.
clapping.
There's an animation one.
Cheryl's
see
laughing
this
at the
one.
cheeks clapping. Listen, Cheryl, I'm sorry that you're seeing this side of me, you know, but I just...
That's me. That's not. I say a bunch of ghetto urban stuff. So cheek clapping. Just let
I've
the
never
record
seen this
go.
one before.
True said that. Okay. Next. I'm a comedian. I can say that.
Yeah, no, that was all Truce. I'm a wholesome, upstanding gentleman. You know, Truce, he's crazy.
I'm a comedian. I'm crazy. I'm the lunatic. Look at my videos. Okay. I'm crazy. What is this? What is this? Oh, hey, what is this?
So this is apparently the cartoon version of
Wow,
it.
those girls look ugly. I'm not gonna lie.
Wait, hold on. Let me exit out of full screen real quick.
This one's actually kind of cooler. This one's actually kind of cool.
I feel like they had to make this one because it was like, yo, cheeks are clapping.
That one lady. Yeah, but that one airline.
Okay, I'm sorry, but those mouths, I don't know what's going on.
That
It's just-
look like a man. That look like the dude, bro.
Listen, I don't know how
That's so funny.
earlier in the chat, you weren't here for this, but earlier in the chat, I was mentioning how, like, I've been on the internet for a really long time. Like, I've been on the internet since, like, newgrounds.com was, like, the first place that you checked when you got on to AOL 3.0, right? And so, or, like, AOL 5.0 maybe around that time. Or maybe 7.0, I'm not sure, whatever. Anyways, this is the type of, like, flash animation that you used to find on, like, newgrounds.com. That was when they had games like Pico's School, which if anybody knows,
I used to go on Newgrounds, but that
if
was
anybody knows
probably
anything
way
about
older.
Pico's School, I will give you a free month of silver membership on BitStandTokens.com because that used to be my game, okay? That was like the pinnacle of Flash gaming back in the day. Like, I'm not even gonna watch this video because I'm sure it's way more tame than the other one was.
Oh yeah, I mean, obviously, look at it. It only has 2 thumbs down. The other one had 4.
But just, oh my gosh, like, it just doesn't. My only issue with this is
reminded me of South Park.
I can see that.
So Tim, why did they make it? Okay, so this right here is interesting. They made an animated video. So they made the first video, then they made an animated video. They made 2 videos for this. That means that some kind of way that they got paid or they're interested. Why did they make 2 videos?
Well, I think they made 2 videos because the first one had too many cheeks clapping. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh my, that's cheeks clapping. Oh my God.
I think that was the issue, is because again, there's more, as Cheryl said, mature people that have invested in the XYO company, which is fine because I like to see a wide demographic getting into crypto. And I think XYO and XY did a great job of getting some of the more mature crowd into crypto, right? And I love that because I don't want to see anybody left out. I don't want to see any one specific demographic left out, but it just seemed like the video was just so crazy. Like, I just don't understand why it looked the way it did. Like, it looked like a regular, just any old rapper that makes a video, made a video. You know, you had the dunk cars, and then you had, you know, buying stuff and drinking and smoking and doing all this stuff. Cheryl said she wanted to see the cartoon cheeks clapping. Cheryl, I'm done with you. I can't. I cannot.
I want to see cartoons.
Cheryl.
I cannot. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. No.
Y'all doing too much, man.
Oh man, this is a very drunk crypto. Oh my gosh.
Cheryl.
Was there any? Put the drink down, bro. You get.
I'm done now. Oh my god.
Why? Tim always ends it like he can't handle it anymore. He's always like, yo.
No, at a certain point, like I could like, here's the thing, like I'm half Irish, right? And so like I could drink a lot, like forever, right?
Bro. Now
But
what if you had 2 cups? I'm listening.
but like honestly, like I'm down for a second cup. Like rum punch is like it's what, again, family recipe.
No, bro. Don't take a drink unless you mess something up. You have to take a shot like last time. Just leave your cup.
Truce, you're fired. You're fired.
Oh, thanks. I got fired on my freaking first interview.
Yo, but nah, like my stance on that video has always been the same. And when I went to San Diego and I met with Scott and he was like, "Oh, have you seen the video?" And I'm like, "Scott, I saw the video. Like, are you serious?" And like we laughed about it because like he understands that the demographic is like, you know, not really built for that type of video. And I think what actually happened was like they put a bunch of money together and they're like, "Here, drummer boy, like go make a video." And he was like, "All right, cheeks clapping." Like he just went off and just was like cool with it. So
That's so funny.
what are you gonna do?
Hey, it is what it is, man. They're living life.
Like I'm not mad at it, but it's just like, yo, like the demographic does not fit the visuals at all. At all.
I mean, maybe they want to reach out to a different demographic. Or maybe this would also reach out to a different demographic who might now, you know, pique a curiosity.
No, watch. I promise you, watch. Let's see here. Watch. You ready? I'm gonna go back to. Is this it?
Well, a lot
Watch.
of people in crypto are between 25 and 45, what that means. But I understand the urban demographic is probably more.
And no, and I want to explicitly say, like, I'm not talking about, you know, it being geared towards a more like urban whatever, because we have a video where we actually went out to, where is that, in Lauderhill?
You're right.
I drove past them shops today. I'm pretty sure that was considered Lauderhill.
North. No, that's Lauderhill. You're right. Well,
Yeah,
right before Plantation.
Anyways,
technically.
the quote unquote hood, right? And we're actually giving out Bitcoin in the hood because I believe my people deserve to know about what the future is going to be and have access to it. And so we do this, you know, from time to time. We might do it again where we give out Bitcoin, you know, $10 at a time to people who are willing to sit down and listen to us talk about Bitcoin. And so we show them how to set up a wallet and we give out Bitcoin to them. to say that that demographic doesn't need to know about Bitcoin or cryptocurrency in general is not what I'm trying to say. For me, it's just the people that know about XYO and like the main people that would have shared that video had there not been cheeks clapping, right? Like, okay, so we got 12 comments, okay? Milford Fowler actually follows us, so that's cool. Let's see here. There's no real comments, you know, from anyone really saying anything.
Some people said about time he came back. I'm done.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to say they went for like.
What happened?
There's one comment that says like, "Oh, about time he came back." I'm not trying to say that like, you know, Drummer Boy is not lit like that, but like he's not lit like that. Like this was definitely like.
Hey Tim, you know he's gonna watch this live stream now. You know he's gonna watch.
I'm okay with that. Like I'm drunk, and my opinion is my opinion. That's it. Like I don't.
I'm getting attacked by my dog.
I don't hold my tongue for anybody for any reason. When I went over there for the interview with Scott, I mentioned this video and I was like, "Yo, my guy, like, what's going on? Like, what are we doing?" And he was like, "Yeah, I know. You know, it happened."
Yeah, it just happened.
So like, I really think they just had a budget and they're like, "All right, let's just do a thing." So that's my 2 cents on that.
Well, that's very good. I can't rebuttal that.
So Pam is watching and she said, "That's awesome. I think you're onto something. Everyone should know about cryptocurrency, blockchain, and that makes my day." Yes. I think the first video we did was at what
FIU.
school was that? That was FIU, Florida International University.
Florida International.
Apparently, I don't say
Florida
right.
International University.
I'm not from here, so I say it like an out-of-towner.
Where you from? Where was that? Where y'all from?
You've lived
Where
here
you
long
from, Tim?
enough.
So I'm
Barely.
originally from New York. Like I.
When did you move to Florida? At what age?
It's half and half. No, it's a little bit more than half and half.
When did you move to Florida? How old
No,
are you?
it's exactly half and
How
half.
old are you?
I was 14 when I moved here.
14. You've been. Literally
I'm
all
gonna try
day.
to go live again. Is this okay? Hold on.
Yo, it's always something crazy
Just
with your
rewind.
last name.
Are we?
Ready?
Listen, chat. Let me know if we're back online. I need to find my ledger. I don't even know what's happening right now.
That was so
back,
funny.
you're
It's
back,
right
you're
there.
back.
It's on the floor.
Listen, here's the thing. Oh, my magazine fell. This is crazy.
That was
Listen, I'll be back.
so
This is fucking crazy.
funny. I hope you guys watched that because that was the funniest thing ever.
Dang.
That was so funny.
Hey, smash the like buttons, everybody. Smash the dang that like button, yeah.
That was so.
Honestly, we're gonna make that just a whole separate video by itself of just me like just being mortified. Oh my gosh! All right, I need more rum punch because that's crazy. Are we back? Are we officially back?
You know what? I'm about to get some Hennessy. I'm gonna give me some more energy. You get you some rum punch.
That was literally great.
And here's the family recipe, y'all. I'm about to share it with everybody. You actually start with the rum, and you look away. You look away, and then you stop. Okay, that's how you make a rum punch.
Shaking my head. Can you watch this real quick? Because
I don't
this
want
is
to,
because
Annalise, I really
no.
don't want
Look,
to.
look. It is so funny. It's so funny. Just watch real quick. Just watch. Ready? He's like, oh, you know what?
No.
Watch. Look how happy he is. Watch.
Okay, no. Not okay.
Wait. It's gonna fucking
Rum punch, Pam. You know what time it is.
It's gonna happen. It's just so funny. It's funnier because you see
That's
him.
not strong enough.
Ready? It's coming.
No.
Oh my god, that's gonna be a whole video. And it's really funny because it says poop at the top, and then your face is literally like, oh shit. And I'm like, oh my god. That is so, I will literally always, I'm so
Still not strong
happy.
enough. No.
I'm so happy. I'm so. Please don't edit out Jerome or Tim or Annalise. Oh, was Jerome on the stream in his boxers?
He probably
Oh
might have been.
my god!
He probably might have been. Honestly, whatever.
That is so funny. This is like, that is the
We're getting ready
funniest
to wrap up here, folks. This
thing.
is crazy.
Oh my
I'm
god.
So over it.
That
I'm
is
so over
so funny. I'm dying over here, guys. I hope you know that. Like, my insides are all types of dying. Because that is just hilarious to me. I'm sorry, but that's just so funny. That is so funny. That is so funny. Sorry, guys. If you didn't catch that, just rewind about 5 minutes and you'll see what just happened here. Because that was...
Yo, I'm going to cry.
That was fantastic.
My laptop has never, not one time fallen. I'm going to cry. That's crazy.
Yeah, usually the laptops don't fall, but I'm sorry about that on Trunk's behalf.
I don't even know what we were talking about or where we are or like what's happening or like what is like, I don't even know anymore. Like I'm over it. Hold on. That's crazy.
That is great. All right. Well, it's midnight anyways, so we might as well just wrap up here.
We getting saucy tonight. That's crazy.
So
oh
funny.
my god.
That was just so funny. Yeah. I think we've talked about just about everything that's been going on. I guess I'll throw one more thing out there. There is a I'm sorry, that image is just there is a artist, he was the artist that was making murals in France.
I'm so sad. What? There's an artist that does what now?
Do you remember that artist about a few months back that makes the art with the hidden Bitcoin codes and prizes and things?
Yeah.
So somebody donated to him today a whole Bitcoin as a donation. So because he painted a mural recently and they donated a whole Bitcoin. That's his biggest donation of all time. So
1 Bitcoin is his biggest donation?
Mm-hmm.
Dang, son.
Yeah.
Well, let me not say
he's
dang.
a newer blockchain and Bitcoin in general is not that old. He's a newer artist.
Our biggest donation is like it's not really like
right, not $4,000. So
yeah, for sure. So
that's a donation. That's not like somebody bought his art.
Listen, all I'm gonna say is like a dog literally almost ate my entire laptop and destroyed. My ledger will no longer connect to the necklace. Like if you want to donate, the links are in the description. All I'm saying is whatever. Ambition Wolf did want to look into Space Coin. I don't know anything about Space Coin. I did pull it up so I could look at it. Ambition, can you tell me a little bit about what you know about Space Coin in the chat, and then we'll talk about that real quick. They're combining space and blockchain technologies to build the world's first open source blockchain based satellite network. Kind of sounds a little bit like XYO, so maybe that's how you know about them. I don't know. What does this mean? What do they want to do? I'm really big on printing out white papers. What's that, Truce?
I said let's mine Bitcoin on the moon. Woo!
I guess maybe that might be what they do. What's a space node? Let's see here. I'm gonna click on space node.
No, I think this is just being able to transmit using satellites instead of internet. I know you can transmit Bitcoin with satellite. Maybe it's something like that. I don't know. I have to wait and see what they're talking about here.
I did see an article about that. Like that was like maybe like 6 months ago, no? Where it was like someone was using satellites to as a node for Bitcoin. So no matter what, even if all of our internets went off like simultaneously, Bitcoin would still exist.
That's right. That's absolutely right. They're using satellites. And if you lose internet or your country or whatever doesn't have access to that, you can
yeah. That was a good 6 months ago or something like that. Like no.
About I want to say that. Don't quote me, but that's about that. Let's see. What's this? January, March. Yeah, maybe 4 or 5 months. Maybe don't quote me, but yeah.
All right.
But it's not. It's not a lot of different satellites. It's not as many as obviously from the internet, but it's still another option.
For sure. All right, so it looks like Ambition Wolf says next time we'll speak about it. That's a good idea. I'm actually gonna do a bunch of research on it. Ambition Wolf, me and you, we're gonna talk on Facebook about whatever Space Chain is a little bit more, and see what's going on. I sponsored the contest this week. I'm gonna see if I can influence one of our other cohorts here to sponsor the contest next week. I owe Tom $10 of whatever currency he wants. I'm assuming it might be ETH, but it could be BTC or one of the other ones. I don't know. Maybe even XRP if I've influenced anybody in any way. But Tom definitely won our $10 this evening for getting the most people to join the stream. I would like to continue this next stream to see if we can get a bunch of people to join. So I'm going to see if I can influence some other people to put up the $10 for next time. Any last questions? Any last comments? Anything else from the chat real quick before we go? Pam says that she's learning, started with XYO. It's a great place to start. Definitely check out bitsandtokens.com for more information about cryptocurrency in general. You said that you subscribe to the Bits and Tokens channel. I appreciate that so very much, Pam. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, look me up on Facebook. If you don't already have me on there, I'll be more than happy to speak with you on there, and we'll talk about it. Any other questions, comments, concerns, anything going on? I'm going to give it a couple seconds.
It looks like everybody in the chat wants you to play Truce's last crypto skit. No, I'm just kidding.
What the one that I played earlier wasn't that the
No, that was I did another one. I dropped another one today. It was called Crypto Crack, but
you know what? We're gonna play that on the way out. I'm gonna go ahead. No, don't give me no nonsense. We're gonna go ahead and play that. Did I spell crypto right? I'm drunk right now. Crypto.
Well, you're gonna get a laugh, man.
Crypto Truce.
Before you play that.
Am I gonna laugh harder than Trunks dropping Tim's laptop? Because that was pretty freaking funny.
Okay, Crypto Crack. Okay, you look like you're cracked out right now in this picture.
Yeah, it's called Crypto Crack. That's the last video.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and play that one for you. Not for you, for the people. Let's see here. Boy. They got a lot of tats, boy. I feel you. Cause it's too fast, you feel me?
It's so much better with alcohol.
I got some new shit for you. Oh yeah. Oh, hell yeah. What is it? Is it steam? No.
Oh my god.
It's stronger than that. Oh, shit. Is it Verge? Nope. Not Verge. It better not be that.
Now look at my lips, man. Ugh.
Overdose on that shit.
Be con it. I'm done.
Had your ass tweaking for weeks, bro. Oh, yes. I need that.
Boy.
It's time, man.
Okay, be careful. Only take one hit a day. Yeah, whatever. You about to be high as a kite.
Everybody get lit.
Oh,
What
smack 'em in
is
the veins,
going
boy.
on?
Boy. Yeah, watch this, man.
Daps.
What's up, Bitcoin Jake? What's up, man? That's one of my supporters.
Daps. I'm done.
Bruh.
This channel does not endorse the use of illegal drugs. That is so funny. I'm glad you threw that at the end.
Oh, man.
What's up, Bitcoin Jake?
That's so funny. That is so funny.
That was really
I'm
good.
glad y'all like it, man. I'm glad y'all like it. That's what I'm here for, man. I'm just trying to spread the laughter.
Nigga said Tron.
The thing about it is, and I said this earlier in the chat, you weren't here for, or I said this earlier in the stream, rather. You kind of have to, like, know a little bit about cryptocurrency and, like, to be able to understand, like, the nuances of, you know, why this is funny in order for it to be funny.
Right.
Like, if you didn't know what the word daps meant, like, you wouldn't have laughed out loud like I just did when he
Right.
was like, oh, daps! Like, like, that's really funny.
No, it's true. You if you don't really know what it is, then it's a little harder to
What I want to start doing.
understand.
I take all constructive criticism to make myself better. So don't think you will offend me if you tell me something. But one thing I want to start doing, and I ask my subscribers too, I think I want to start making kind of shorter videos. Like that video right there, I felt like it could be maybe shorter, maybe a minute and a half instead of 2 or 3 minutes, to just make the point real quick, real sharp, and get a laugh, you know? I don't know, I'm still experimenting.
So here's the thing, right? I'm gonna talk to you as if nobody else is in the chat right now. It's just me and you, right? There's two sides to this coin. Yes, I feel you as a creator that it could have been shorter. It could have been, you know, more directly to the point or whatever. But then at the same time, also as a creator, you do want the videos to be a little bit longer in that. So like when you're looking at your watch time on YouTube, right? If you have a 30-second video and somebody clicks out within, you know, the first half of that video, that's only 15 seconds. If you have a 10-minute video, if you have a 10-minute video and somebody clicks out within the first half, that's still 5 minutes that you got. So as a YouTube creator, you definitely want the longer content. But I do feel you, whereas like, you know, that particular video maybe could have been a little bit shorter just based on like what that video was about. But as a YouTube creator, you do want the longer videos. So I'm not gonna go into any more detail about that. You know, me and you we'll talk more about that, you know, later, you know, privately or whatever. But I feel it both ways. You know what I mean? Like for me, like these videos on YouTube, as far as like skits, is kind of the same way that I view like, you know, music. You know, like I don't want the song to be too long, because I'm not trying to listen to like, you know, a crazy long song, but like I also don't want the song to be so short that I'm like, oh, I wish there was another verse. You know what I mean?
I see, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, because there's some songs where it's like, damn, man, this song would have been great if there was just one more verse and the hook played one more time. But then there's some songs where it's like, yo, the song is so long, like, just chill. So, like, as a YouTube creator, you do want more time for, like, view time or whatever. But then also, like, as someone who is just a creative, you do want it to be concise, I guess. But we'll talk more about that later, me and you.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I wanted my videos to kind of, when I first started, I wanted my videos to kind of be like 3 minutes, and like I was just going to do like 3-minute type videos. My videos usually are longer than 5 minutes, no less than a minute. But I feel what you're saying. Yeah, definitely. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Nah, for sure, for sure. And like I said, me and you, like, we'll talk about that more later, for sure. So,
No doubt.
look me up on Facebook. You know, Timothy Robinson. Let me just go ahead and pull up.
Yeah. Let me. I'm gonna find you. I don't know what did I type it on Facebook.
So yeah, if you want to find me on Facebook, I mean, there's a bunch of different ways. The Facebook group that I recently created was XYO Tim's House. So if you search for that and you find it, that's me. Look at me, I'm so cute. Look at me right there. That's crazy.
He made this as a joke, and it's still a thing.
I honestly made this as a joke, and like
it's
people
literally
really
a
like
thing,
it.
and it's crazy.
Bro, hold on. I typed in XYO Tim House. It says Tim Hortons Cafe and Bake Shop.
I don't know what that is, but I don't bake any goods, so that's not me. But yeah, so or either that or Timothy Robinson. Like, I'm not trying to hide from nobody on the internet. Like, me is me. You know, I am who I am. The same picture minus like being a cartoon is who I am. I think you might have maybe even just sent me a friend's request.
Minus the color. He's not really that color.
Yeah, I sent you a friend request.
I'm not really that color.
No.
I am burnt. First of all, stop right
we
now.
got it. Every time we go over this, every single time. Tim says his color is burnt umber.
This is the last thing. Valspar gets me exactly
Burnt
right. Okay.
umber.
Valspar knows what time it is, fam. Where is it? Where's the one from Valspar? Hold on.
Burnt umber.
Oh my god, what the heck? Images of burnt umber.
Umber.
Oh my god.
Umber.
Here we go. Look at this. You're trying to tell me this isn't me right here?
That is not your
You're trying to
skin.
tell me that's
I'm
not
looking
me,
at you. You do not have that. For you to be that color, you would need to glow. You do not glow.
Find that. How do you even say when
Moroccans have that skin color.
That's me.
Madagascar people have that skin
Truce,
color.
that's me,
You
my
do
boy.
not glow. That's not your complexion.
Stop it.
I've seen brown people who glow.
That's
You don't glow.
him, bro. Listen, bro. That's not you, dog.
I'm telling you, it's not him. There's no.
Listen, Truce. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, Truce. You're fired. So like, I really tried for you.
Hey, well, let me say this before I get fired. Looking at the screen, maybe there's a filter, but on my YouTube channel, that picture on Google and your face on the YouTube screen, it doesn't match your forehead, bro. Fire me. I mean, you still
Listen, here's
doesn't.
the thing about
doesn't.
YouTube is YouTube actually like kind of messes up the
Tim
color scheme.
literally no. Here's his thing. He's like, oh, the TV has a different color
Look,
scheme than the computer.
Bitcoin
and then he
Jake's-
goes, oh,
Bitcoin Jake
now
says the color
YouTube is
mad
messing
close,
up
yo.
this.
That's it.
No. No.
That's it.
No. Let me tell you something about Tim. He's half white and half black. He is not that color.
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
Wow.
Look at his arms. Hold your arms up. Hold your arms up. Tim,
There's not a
Look,
red.
this is me. You
Tim,
can't even.
listen,
I'm blending.
let me tell you something.
Camouflage.
Let me tell you something. You do not have a red
Camouflage.
hue that comes off your skin. You have a white hue, a yellow hue, okay?
Camouflage. Why do you think the family recipe blends in so good?
It doesn't. Hold it up to your arm. Hold
You
it up
can't
to your
even
arm.
see it.
Hold it up to your arm.
You can't even see
right
it.
Now.
Where's my forehead and where's the drink?
What
you
do
can't
you
even see
mean?
it.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
The drink is literally red. I'm looking at it.
Drink.
Oh my god. Everybody's sitting here trying,
Your
and
boy
it's
is
really
red
not.
bone. I can't help it.
You're yellow, but okay. You don't have a red complexion. You do not have a red complexion. You don't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to tell you. I'm sorry to break it to you, but you are yellow.
Tim, man. Tim gotta get.
Nobody can tell me what I sit next to and look at my eyes with every day.
Wow.
Like you can't sit here and tell me that Tim has a red complexion. It's just not happening. Like a camera can look, can have different colors and different hues, but like me sitting next to him,
Well,
like no.
ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up here because apparently everyone is crazy, and we're gonna go ahead.
Oh my god. Annalise, don't let him wrap up yet. Don't let him wrap up. Stop him.
All right, guys, thanks for tuning in to Bits and Tokens. Make sure to check out your local support alligators. They are now official support animals, in your local area. They're wonderful animals to cuddle, apparently. Make sure to check out bitsandtokens.com.
Hold on, time out right now. What actually the F?
I'll show you later. Make sure to check out bitsandtokens.com. We are here for you 24/7.
Did you see the thing about the guy that went into, was it PetSmart or Petco or something like that with a steer on a leash, because they have a policy where any animal on a leash is
what on a
welcome.
leash?
Any animal on a leash is welcome inside their establishment.
Right, but what is it that they tell?
So the man went inside with a steer, like a whole like a cow, like a male cow
Oh,
with the big old horns.
What was that?
okay. Did they fit through the door?
Hold on, this is the last thing I'm gonna do for you right now.
Through the door?
Yeah, it has some big old horns. Like, I don't know if you've seen cows, but like I've seen them and they're pretty big.
Steer on a leash.
I think I saw it on Facebook.
Oh my
Petco. It was Petco.
God.
Petco.
Look at the size of that thing.
This is the last thing I'm gonna show y'all, okay? Just because, like,
Oh, wow.
so Petco has a policy where any animal on a leash is welcome, right? And so the man was like, all right, facts, like I'm gonna go in with a steer. He put a steer on a leash.
That is
So like
nuts.
the reason why I found this was because of all the Florida man posts. Like it's a thing where like there's like a whole thing now where like if you Google Florida man and like your birthday or
yeah.
whatever, like,
I think I
it's-
sent you yours.
Yeah. So like it was just a thing where like, you know, this man, it was a Texas man that went into Petco with a steer on a leash and he was like trying to test their policy and they welcomed him into Petco. They're
That's
like, yo, like you meet the requirements for our
crazy.
policy. No big
Never
deal.
have I ever. That's crazy. I'm gonna bring random animals on a leash. Then I'm bringing alligators. Shoot, I'm in Florida. I can find one down the street.
Honestly, yeah. Nah,
That's crazy.
We're literally right, like what, like maybe a quarter mile from the Everglades. Not even.
Yeah, it's legal to have a pet alligator under 4 feet as a pet.
Is it really?
Yes.
And we're gonna go ahead and wrap up right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is crazy. What's going on?
You didn't know that? That's a whole thing.
I didn't know that you could have a pet alligator at all, let alone under 4 feet. That's crazy.
Yeah, as long as it's under 4 feet, you can have a pet
Oh
alligator.
my God.
That's wild. I'm super drunk. I need to just go to sleep. That's crazy.
Yeah, Tim, you gotta hang it up, bro.
All right,
Well,
guys, thanks for tuning in.
go ahead and
We'll
finish
see you
this.
guys next time. Make sure to tune in on Sunday at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. We will be here for you. Make sure to like, subscribe, share this video, and hit the post notifications buttons if you haven't done so yet.
And also,
Why do you love interrupting
listen, in the description below, there's
What?
links for you to donate for me to get a new laptop because apparently that's crazy. Your dog.
There's something hanging off here.
Your
My
dog-
The
your-
office support animal. Oh my God.
Oh, it's broken.
Oh my God.
Don't
Oh, we're
even
gonna
show
have to
me
take
right
a-
now.
We're gonna have to take a look at it
I'm
later
gonna look
on.
at it tomorrow. I literally cannot right now.
It's okay. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. We will see you. Make sure to check out bitsandtokens.com. That is
Bye, y'all.
bitsandtokens.com.
Just 100% bye. Just
Bye.
y'all.